Oh shit. Hi. Hello. Free cough for everyone. Keep me. I didn't know. Well, it's okay. It's fine. Okay. Hello and welcome to my job. Is there no music in my job? Hello? Hello? Is my job? Oh, my volume's maxed up. There's no music in my job. Ah, shit. Hold on. Surely job would not mind if we played some free to stream stuff, right? I know that I can use. We should be fine. Let's add some music to our Corpo Life Simulator. It's not working. Hold on. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right. Hello, magandang araw. My maganda Cannibal Mermaid VTuber. We're still continuing with some games from the Choose Wisely Festival. It's an ongoing event on Steam hosted by Studio FUA, focusing on narrative games and games with a lot of choices. Tonight we're playing a lot of corporate simulators. First is Butter Side Down. It's a quirky game by Lachlan McDonald and Hale McDonald. And I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing it right, but that's fine. They won't be able to pronounce Filipino names right anyway. That's just cultures. Been created with. Well, yeah. So in this game, I don't know. Because this game throws you in this screen and then nothing. I played a few rounds and that's about it. I don't understand what's happening in this game except I have a job. And also, I have a bunch of card games I can play. Notes, what's the point of all of this? There's an icon on my desktop called question mark, question mark, question mark. Found strange glitching text. Bridge circuits. Hide. Yep, that's return to BC. For getting the starter guides, how many things can a folder hold? Shit. How many things can a folder hold? How many things can a folder hold? I don't know. I don't know. About this computer? Okay, storage information. Folders. Okay, files is blue. Programs is yellow. Is this a folder? So this is 5. 20. 24? I want to say 24. Right? 25. What is the described in figure 3 on the second page of the operations manual? I don't know. 25 figure 3 operations manual. Bridge circuits? Which one is figure 3 though? Is that the process of turning on the computer, I guess? Bridging the power circuits? I don't know anything. Alright, let's just go to work. Hello, hi. We're working for Corpo right now. Mr. Adam Spargo, ready to get started? Yep. Your friend Tony has given you stock market advice leading to an investment in rising fast food chains, Chicken Hut. You are up 5,000 pounds. What's your next move? Wait, let me get some scratch paper. All right. I have won big time. I need to stop while I'm ahead. B. This is why I do stocks. It's better than the casino. Yippee. C. Seek retribution on Tony. You should have invested way more. He needs to die. D. It's only up to 5,000 pounds. With some savvy insider trading, we could easily double this pot. What a rush. Well, this is illegal. Insider trading is illegal, but everyone does it. So, let's kill Tony. It is said that when you die, Anubis will weigh your heart against a feather. If your heart is heavier, you're so... Oh, wait, there's music. Never mind. Let's turn off Spotify. There is sound effects. Alright, let's go. It is said that when you die, Anubis will weigh your heart against a feather. If your heart is heavier, your soul is consumed by a myth. And if it's lighter, your soul ascends to a heavenly existence. What's the fate of your heart on his scales? I'm a good person, I say after deciding to kill Tony. I just slip him a few gold coins, lighter, heavier, whatever. B. I do not know enough about his system to guess the result. IDNKE. Oh, I thought it was... C. This is all caps. That's weird, right? I've never lost a fight against a dog before, and I won't start now. I'm getting into heaven. I've got jokes for the big man. D. I hope it's lighter. All you can do is try your best every day and hope it all evens out in the end. There's something weird about this sentence. I might be paranoid. There's something weird about this sentence. Incoming call. The Money Man. I think the Money Man is a vampire. Are you a vampire? Hey. Do I look okay today? Is there any blood on my face? I would check in the mirror, but I literally can't. There is some blood on your face, yes. Why would there be blood on your face? What happened? Is that blood? I thought it was some sort of expensive makeup. Looking great as always, Beatrice. Don't worry about the blood. This is weird. This sentence is weird. Picking the sentence. Are you tired of being nice? Don't you just wanna go ape shit? Our choices are no. No, because being nice is good for business. No, I don't know what going ape shit is with the double T. Oh, it is double T. You can be nice and also go ape shit. I do it all the time. I'm selecting all the ones that have like weird punctuation for some reason. Unpredictable and unending attacks from the Forgotten Sea. People have wiped out all life above sea level. Why did they do this? What could we have done to prevent this fate? This is the all caps one. Sea people do not exist. There must be another explanation. Incoming call. Henry. Hi, Henry. We're having a protest in the parking lot later. You coming? They're sure what are we protesting with? Oh hell yeah! I'll bring the tear gas. C is protesting what? More information needed. Oh, I think these are computer inputs. D, nope, sorry. Protests in parking lots are bad for business. Okay, let's be a computer. Why does Chicken Hut taste like dirt? It doesn't taste like dirt. It just doesn't taste good. There's B, they let chickens die of old age for better press. C, it's bug meat. Bug meat. Bug meat. Bug meat. D, it's low quality meat. Why else would it cost two pounds? I think this one. Your friend invites you out to his rural property to help him record something that will blow your mind. As soon as you get there, he climbs onto a rocket and immediately lights it up. Will he survive? He is going into low Earth orbit with no parachute. And then there's Snow, but he'll be really famous. There's Snow, not with that much fire. And there's D, the amount of fire shooting out of the back of that rocket looks really fun. I'm going for the corporate answer. When is it acceptable to aim a pistol at a coworker in the office? Always. A is it's never acceptable. It's actually illegal. B is it's acceptable if the coworker is being a nuisance or owes you money. C is it's fine as long as it's empty. Intention matters. D, there may be specific circumstances where aiming a pistol at a coworker is considered acceptable, depending on the rules. Let's go, that one. Locust squirrels are always bouncing sticks and acorns and pine cones off of his friendly garden gnome's head. How does that make you feel? There's no big deal? Their squirrels are just like that? That's not a gnome. That doesn't even look like a gnome. Oh, wait. There are some that have, like, repeating. And then sticks and acorns and pine cones are squirrel currency. He should be honored. I think it's this one. Real-life digital soldiers. The new arm of the American military. How do you feel about the ever-expanding American empire? What is the most... The American empire is a threat to all intelligent life in the universe. Prometheus stole fire from the gods and gave it to humanity in the form of knowledge, civilization, and technology. His punishment was eternal torment and imprisonment. How do you make the sacrifice worthwhile? Okay, where's the one with caps? We do not know for sure that any of this is true. There has been a devastating temporal event at the Cloud Pro Shop's pyramid. What type of governmental response is warranted? Time cops should be deployed immediately. There's emergency services, maybe? There's Jester Squad. There's a Jester Squad? And then there's volunteer cleanup. Time cops. Send the time cops. A seabird has built a... Oh, it's cored up here. A seabird has built a somewhat unbelievable nest on the roof of your house. What do you do? Okay, let me check. It's gonna be 13 if I click this. There we go. So what's the other patterns? You notice that your workplace fire extinguisher expired and hasn't been replaced. What's the best course of action to resolve this issue? This one. Confirm the current date and time with your automatic clock. What is the golden rule while working with radioactive materials in the lab? You can smile, have fun. Equipment can be reused. Pipetting radioactive solutions by mouth is never... Yeah, don't do it! Hi, Larry, should you pipe radioactive solutions by mouth? No, right? No. And then the actual golden rule, according to ChatGPT, do unto others as you would have done unto you. You open the break room fridge and find out your sandwich has a perfect bite taking out of the corner. How do you find out who did it? Lock down the office. Begin interrogations. Oh wait, there's this. Cross-reference the bite mark with employee dental records. Your weird old brother comes over to your house and tries to give you $100. What's your immediate thoughts? Shit. Oh, I think it's this one? That is not my brother. I reject the question. How do you feel about the overwhelming militarization of the police in America? Question outside of scope. I have not yet pondered America. Oh, hello, company of jesters. Hello. Being a purple elf can be hard sometimes. People stare at me. Kids laugh when I walk by, but I'm a jester, so you'd think that would be a good thing. But it makes me feel really, really bad. I struggle with depression. It's all so hard. I am sorry for the hurt that others inflict on you. Incoming call, Harvey. I'm on the lookout for a sort of living vehicle being piloted by some escaped prisoners. Have you seen anything like that around here? It's urgent. I have not seen any prisoners. I do not know what to look for. Hello, Berry Maple. Welcome. Oh. Okay. So, the green. How are the games? I just started. I'm playing Butterside Down. I believe there's a mystery. What's the mystery? I don't know. But I am answering questions. So the green is for the tax department. The 0 and the red is for the money men. Money men are kind of like vampires. Yellow is the union. And blue is jesters. They all have some codes. So like facts is caps, all words. I think jesters are the violent choices, but I could be wrong. As a result of your work here today, I achieved ending 11. Gray Michael deployed Operation Disinformation Information Nuke. Fact-checking is now a real and effective political strategy. Yippee! The money men failed to balance the books and were forced to sell the blinds to pay off their debt. Beatrice is now almost instantly turned to ash. Jeep Johnson died from eating an unclean salad. You know what? Yeah, that would do it. Rotten Ruggiero attempted to tell jokes at a comedy club and was pelted with large and healthy beefsteak tomatoes. But for you, it was just another day of work. Okay, that's fine. Can call Beatrice still alive? Margo, what's up? What's up? And call. How much do you get paid? Uh, who was our boss earlier? Adam Spargo, that's me. What's up? How much do you get paid? What would you say you do here? How did I manage to call myself? I don't know. Gray Michael. Ah, Adam, my beautiful friend. What is up? Why does my head look like a dick? I will not answer your questions. How much do you get paid? Oh wait, he answered! Every year I'm paid 1,000 skuldens. Not paid in pound sterling? No, I have no use for that strange currency. How do you pay for things? Most places take the skulden nowadays, but what if they don't? And I just walk away? That why you're having tax problems? No, that is entirely unrelated. Is it though? I do not like what you are implying. I shouldn't have said that, sorry. Would you like to talk about something else? Oh, what is up? What's up? I am working on some facts report. Going well? I am making progress at an acceptable rate. Still want to go to IKEA for lunch? I do. IKEA cafeteria food is my favorite. You're getting meatballs? Yes, I am going to get the meatballs. Nice. I cannot wait. Same. Would you like to talk about something else? Uh, let's go. What would you do? Say you do here? What does he do here? What is an alien doing in our corporate in our corpo night? Corpo night. Hold on, let me look at the XP tracker. Whoa! Oh, I have XP. Oh, okay. That's enough looking at the XP tracker. EXP XP. Anyway, back to the game. What does FACT stand for? Freedom and control through science. So brainwashing. Really? No, that's just what we're trained to say. So what does it actually stand for? I am not allowed to say. That's who. I have said too much. You haven't said anything yet. Would you like to talk about something else? Not really, no. What is up? What what would you do here? I'm gonna ask this again. What does the facts department do? We maintain the truth. Okay. What are you having trouble with? The vaguely threatening way you said that? My apologies. The English language confuses me, so it wasn't meant to be threatening? It was not meant to be threatening. Unless. Michael, you're being threatening again. My apologies. It won't happen again. Good, 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 good. Unless. Shut the fuck up, Michael. My apologies. Careful. Would you like to talk about something else? Okay. How about, can I ask you about aliens? Yes, what would you like to know? What planet do you come from? I do not come from a planet. You don't? No, I was born on an advanced Dyson sphere. What the fuck is a Dyson sphere? A megastructure that encompasses a star. Whoa. Yes, there are two stars in the Zeta Reticulon. Whoa. I should go visit soon. You should. I just need to finish the data bridge. I have said too much. Huh? Would you like to talk now? We're fine. We're fine, Mr. Alien Man. What is up? Do you think I can. Do you think the others will talk to me? Oh! Pa 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 pa. They talk to me. Who's Basil Bonser? Mr. Adam Spargo, what can we do for you? What's up? Just got out of the meeting. I need to cool off. Wanna talk, buddy? Are you on your break? Yeah, I've got time. I've got time. Let's just talk about movies or something. You ever get around to the. I haven't watched any Matrix movies, by the way. Yeah, last weekend. I loved it. I have no idea. Crazy. Crazy. I have no idea about The Matrix 2. I really want to watch the third one now. Wanna borrow my DVD? Sure, you can bring it over later. Totally. I'm gonna have to pop some popcorn. You're gonna love it. He's totally fine, right? He's okay. He's not being brainwashed or anything. I wish I lived in the Matrix. I mean, we could be in the Matrix right now. Who's to say? Hell yeah! I'm feeling a lot better now, thanks. No problemo. Wanna talk about something else? Sure. So, buddy, how much do you get paid? Are you getting paid? Not nearly enough. But actually, though, how much? How much? How much? Like 32,000. Oh! That's only slightly more than I make. How much do you make? 30,000 pounds. Weird. I thought we had the same amount. Right, right. Oh, corporations, corporations. Really? Why? They said something about apophenia? What does that mean? Seeing patterns in random numbers? Something like that. That means you get paid less? Yeah, it's not great. I'm gonna talk to Beatrice about this. That would be nice. Thanks, Basil. Okay, something else. Um, how about what would you say you do here? I manage all the individual departments. All of them? Yep. The facts department? Yep. The money men? Yep. I think money men is finance, right? The union is obviously the union. Yep. The company of jesters? Yep. The oyster? Who the fuck are the oyster brothers? Yep. The corn boys? Yep. Are you even listening to me? Yep. Can I have your car? Yep. Can I come live in your house? Yep. Want to talk about something else? Yep. Oh, let's ask him for his favorite, like, oh, what's his favorite department? Your favorite department, buddy boy? Have a favorite? Am I your favorite? No, I can't play favorites. Is it the facts department? Adam, I can't play favorites, so you don't like the facts department? I like them just fine. They're good workers. But not enough to be your favorite? Adam, let's talk about something else. Okay, okay, okay. Can I ask you about your helmet? Helmet? It's just a keyboard. Is it? No, it looks like it's strapped to your head. Yes, it reads my. That is worrisome. I could never use a filthy finger keyboard. Why? They're not that bad. Think about all the germs between the keys. The germs? Yeah, I'd rather have the germs that. Yuck, I'll just stick with my helmet. Yeah, but like letting a computer read your mind, that's weird. It can see all of my porn thoughts. I don't want the computer to see all my porn thoughts. That's porn. Hey, Beatrice. Spargo, what's up? What's up? Not too much, just setting up a dead drop. A dead drop? Is that like a dead? Yeah, we do dead drops with the bank. You swap suitcases when no one's looking. Exactly. Then the robbers follow the wrong guy. There are gonna be robbers there? Yeah, probably. It's a huge amount of money. Maybe I shouldn't know about this. Okay, let's talk about something else then. What are your plans for the weekend, Beatrice? Beatrice, do you have any plans? Oh yeah, blood rave. That's a vampire thing? Yeah, you wanna come? I'm not a vampire. Yet. But you could still come. I would protect you. I don't know. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna keep asking Spargo. Sorry, Beatrice. It's okay. You wanna talk about something else? What is a blood rave though? I kinda wanna know what a blood rave is. Also, I think there's a Christmas party happening downstairs. Like I relapsed and played Mobile Legends. No! No! Put that phone down. Stop playing Mobile Legends. Bang bang. Play Team Fight Tactics instead because I relapsed and started playing TFT again. Yippee! Relapses! Oh yeah, Blood Rave. What's a Blood Rave? I need to know. It's like a regular rave, but with blood. That sounds horrible. You must get so squeamish about blood. Uh, it's okay. You want to talk about something else? Yeah. Yeah, what's up? How much do you get paid, baby girl? A year? 100 million pounds a year? Yeah, why? How much do you get? 30,000. 30,000? Yeah. For the whole year? Yes. Wow. How are you even alive? 30,000 is well above average. Good one, Spargo. I'm so confused. Let's talk about something else, huh? Hey, why is she being paid 100? What are you doing? What are you doing for the company? What would you say you do here? I deal with the money. All the money? All of it. Payroll? Yep. Accounts? Okay, you know what? I will play Wild Rift again. You know what? Sure. Yep. Purchases? Yep. Investments? Yep. No wonder she can pay herself 100 million. Acquisitions? Yep. Supplies? Yep. Blood? Yep. Damn, you're good. Oh, I'm not good. I'm great. Fair enough. Fair enough. Now let's talk about something else, huh? Got it. What's up? Can I ask you about vampire stuff? So you want to inter? This is funny to me. I'm sorry. Hold on. So you want to interview the vampire? Yeah. Sure. What do you want to know? Is it true that vampires drink blood? Yes, vampires do drink blood. Why? We need to stay alive. Do we take it from other people? Yes, but we never enough to kill them. And then they turn into vampires? No, that's a different process. Oh, so they're just fine afterwards? Say yes, say yes. Yeah, just with a little less blood. Huh. Want to talk about something? Well, hold on. I have other questions about vampires, and then I'll go back to work. Can I ask you about vampire stuff? Yeah. What do you want to know? Do you have any special vampire abilities? Like, are you La Sombra? Are you? Oh, yeah, I can turn into a bat. Anything else? Strength, speed, telekinesis, invisibility. That's so cool. But if I step into the sun, I die instantly. Oh, yeah. It's kind of a big trade off. Yeah, I get it. Want to talk about something else? Yeah. All right, let's end our call. Let's go to work. Go to work. Log on. You walk down the hallway towards the dining room. A large vicious dog stands in your way. Look at that dog! Run! Run for your goddamn life! Incoming call, Sven Grundle. Step. Look at me. Does this look sick? Does this look like a sick man to you? It depends on, those are just sick people, yeah. Alright, I'm trying to go for the jesters. The jesters people. The worker ant. God's perfect little creation. How do you feel about these little guys? Oh, I hate these guys. They always get in my mouth when I'm laying in the dirt and eating my crackers. What does this mean when someone says make like a tree and leave? It's a pun. Leave, trees have leaves. You have to leave the situation like a tree would. It's a reference to doing. I think this. Oh, it's not. Oh, that was yellow. What's yellow? The Union. Okay. Anybody down there? Anybody down there? Anybody down there? Only one way to find out. Yahoo! Incoming call. His Holiness Father Stelios. I've never enjoyed living in the world. You should buy something. Okay. What? What? What is the question? What is the question, old man? You work in a remote lighthouse and your only co-worker has become violent and detached from reality. What do? I'm gonna fake my death. I feel like the most unhinged choices are welcome back, Frankie. Help me decide which choices are the most unhinged. I'm trying to get for the jester's council thingy in this game, and I need to answer all of the things unhinged. The Orgon accumulator. Experience its many benefits today. Never Google the Orgon accumulator. Just never. Don't do it. Just trust me. I just bought the Orgon accumulator, and I love it. While organizing the storage room, you find a box that is leaking some kind of radioactive goo. What do? Wear the same clothes every day for the rest of my life. Incoming call. Perfect. Tommy. Oh, hey. I just picked up some champagne. I thought I'd go for a little drive. You thirsty? Tommy, you are going to die. Do you have a will? Am I in it? Oh, right. That was money related. That's money, man. You're walking into the street of the beautiful downtown Los Angeles when suddenly this guy launches out of a manhole cover, launches on his head, and starts a one-man protest against God himself. Do you join in? Or do you battle him? I support this one. That's the unhinged one. There we go. Harmon. My husband is a bad person. What should I do? Become a bad person, even it all out. Let's go. Nobody. Guerrilla marketing. What? No, we're gonna do the violence. We do the violence for this man. I think violence is the answer. I could be wrong. Honestly, I have no idea. I just figured out that the facts requires me to look at punctuation. Nobody talks about it, but I've been alive for 1,200 years. I worked for Emperor Basil II, and now I work for Basil Bonser. Weird. You don't look a day over 35. That's really cool, Rogerio. Incoming call from the facts department. When is it acceptable to put capital letters at the beginning of words? I still haven't figured it out. It doesn't matter. Oh shit, it doesn't matter was the Union. Whoa, well that wasn't a great idea. Any other ideas for fun activities to do with my son? Again, double or nothing, motherfuckers. I think I just need a different mindset for Rugario. Another great day on the microfarm. 250 raindrops. How does that make you feel? I think the caps one, right? There we go. Think fast. Is it necessary to carry your driver's license while operating a motor vehicle? Obviously, do you think I was born yesterday? Okay, someone took a bite of your sandwich. Administrative standstill. Oh, that's money, man. What's going on here? Billionaire's fright, the jester's delight. You're flying over the Atlantic and suddenly lost all engine power. What do you do? Smile. These are the moments worth living for. What is the proper procedures if you are to be found to be felony trespassing at the hallowed ground at your local cemetery and subsequently await the ghouls and ghosts there? Nah, we're gonna strike the first goal we see. Do not mess with me. Dear office worker 0451, we value your employment. As a reward for your service, we have decided to assess you, your co-workers, and anyone you associate with. Today, you answer 0 questions for the facts department, 2 for the money man, 2 for the union, and 17 questions for the company of jesters. You skipped 0 questions as a result of your work here today. Gray Michael failed to completely redact the Men in Black from a sensitive document and was killed in a targeted bombing. Beatrice was asked to make cuts and reduce the office headcount. Her solution? Liquidate the cleaning staff. Literally. Jeep Johnson was severely injured by a massive septic tank explosion on the roof of the building. Ooh. Oh. Featured Samuel, Lord of the Underworld, returned to the office and splattered Rod and Rogerio in with a single, bizarrely placed strike. But for you, it's just another day of work. Okay, these are the strange glitching texts. What? I don't want to play this. I tried playing this before and it was... Oh shit, I need to stop all of this sounds. It will keep playing. Oh, motherfucker! Let's not do that again. What's in my trash? Passwords. Password. Content deleted by admin. Never write down your passwords. PIN numbers. A pi number. Oh, that is pi. Note. Yep, that sure is a note. I have to blink my eyes because my eyes get really dry if I don't. That happens to everyone. Who is this man? Fell asleep with the TV on last night and this guy was on the screen when I woke up. Who is he? 10. I don't know what that is. Doctor's note. August 21, 2004. You can go to the dentist and they'll make you bite a piece of paper. What? Sulfur copybook. Sulfur, valency 16, atomic weight 32, citadel 5157000. One of the building blocks of life itself. Sulfur. Sulfur is not attracted to magnets. Sulfane. The sulfane appears to take action almost immediately. Len's brow and cheeks become clammy. Len concentrates on the test tube. Tears appear from Len's eyes and the test tube disappears. Len repeats this process on a larger object. Also gone. Scientists are yet unsure as to why this phenomenon should occur, but it's thought there should be a simple scientific reason. What that is, we just don't know. 15515. What the fuck is that? Favorite movies, The Matrix trilogy. Disk image. Yep, that is an image of a disk. Bugged questions. What the fuck is this? Alright. Adam chess prototype. Gordon pieces logic code. Email. Oh, it was removed. Sketch Tuesday. That is a sketch. Getting started guide. Ooh. Ooh, there's glitchy text over here. 25 different things. Why is 25 different things sketching? To start your BC3 journey by clicking around Incredible BC3 OS, the BC3 desktop. Quick access to all of your programs and folders. Simply click a program or a folder and it will open. Nice! Extraneous files, images, notes, and programs will be moved from the desktop into the trash after 1 week. Programs utilize the power of the BC tree to run programs. Run a program and feel the true potential of the BC tree. Wow! Pre-installed programs include Call, System, SNDSCP, and more. Folders. You could put things in folders. Things are things like programs, files, notes, images, and even other folders. Cool! Folders can easily and effortlessly hold up to 25 different things. Log on. Ready to start your day? Click the Log On program and your work will begin. Everything else will be handled automatically. Connecting with your work is the primary function of the BC tree. Have fun. Never forget that we were put on this earth to have fun. Don't let anybody or anything get in the way of that. You never know which day will be your last. Thanks, Office. Thank you very much for reading the BC tree Getting Started Guide. I hope you enjoy, quote unquote, your BC tree journey, and I hope you have a wonderful life. I, I, quotes I like. Bye bye life. Bye bye life. Bye bye happiness. Hello loneliness. I think I'm gonna die. There goes my baby with someone new. I know this is a song. He'd kill us if we got a chance. $40 a month and a shiny tin star. This is the only reference I get, by the way. Something is going to happen. Something wonderful. There is no spoon. Steal a car. You wouldn't steal a car. Oh yeah, I remember that. Check spelling. Green beans. Yeah, that's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong spelling. Harvey? Epstein? Weinstein? No idea who that man is. My haiku. You have no money. The room fills with poison gas. Great disappointment. What else haven't I opened? Wait, money? How to play? Guess Mark's card and he will give you 1,000 pounds. Alright. Alright, let's go. Oh my god, there's so many choices. Fuck it. How to play? An ace is either a 1 and 11. Positive face cards are worth 10. Negative face cards are called... Negative face cards are worth negative 10. Number cards are obvious positive or negative worth. Punch adds a card to your hand and the round continues. Lay down, maintains... I'm so confused. It's like blackjack with extra steps. Wager up. The dealer has now... Player has... Punch. I have 10, 22. Punch. I have negative 6. Punch it. Negative 10, negative 2. This is 6. Right? Okay. So this is 6. This is 12. I have negative 6. Punch more. I have negative 14. Punch again. Negative 15. Punch more. Harder. I bombed. That's enough. That's enough gambling. Slap! An ace is called either 1 or 11. Face cards are worth 10. Number of cards are have obvious worth. Slap adds a card. Stand. This is blackjack. This is just blackjack. Alright, let's go. I'm gonna wager my last $50. Deal me in. I lost my money. Slap. Ah, fuck. I have no more money. I gambled all of my money. This is a ploy by the man to keep us all down. This is a ploy by the man. There's a... Still need a lot of glitching words. Okay. Quit? What do you mean quit? What? Can I go back? Oh, it just quits the game. Oh, okay. Wait, I want to go back. I want to go back. I'm going to play this until around 9:30 and then we'll go to Do Not Buy This Game. Only because we have a lot of games to get through right now. I think this auto-saves. Is it auto-save? Okay. Yeah, I think it auto-saved. Alright. There goes my baby with someone new. Da, 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 da. Tite enabled. Dax. Dax enabled. I have no... Oh. What was that? Camera network. Antenna misaligned. External control room. French alligator. What? Oh, sewer. Viva la France. Server room. Break room. Storage room. Why? Foreign contaminant. Anomalous materials. Capacity overflow. Network offline. Antenna misaligned. Storage information. Yep, we went through that. About this computer, we went through that. 25. I give up. Just go to work. Let's just be good jobbies. Best way to sink a nail is we're gonna answer everything with money. And we're gonna see what the top score for Money Man is. A New York engineering firm is about to release a new building material which claims to be able to do all sorts of miraculous things that other materials cannot do. You get your hands on a vial of the stuff pre-release. What do you do with it? For profit corporate espionage. A gnome takes a short nap under a tall mushroom. How does this make you feel? The little guy should get back to work. There's money to be made. Oh, hello, Lyle. But the energy company has installed a series of pump jacks in my fragile wetland. Can you get rid of them for me? I smell a lawsuit. We'll make good money off this blunder. Opish! Revolution! The day has finally come and the citizenry has risen up against the oppressors. You are given responsibility of the guillotine. What do you do with it? I'll do whatever. Anything as long as the money's right. Hair, heads, watermelons. Whatever. Your electrician has just received a large electric shock and fallen to the ground in the basement of your house. That's my phone. What do you do? Call your lawyer, your banker, your second banker, your insurance company, and emergency services. In that order. That's right. I don't mean to be rude or anything, but why is this guy dressed like that? It's weird. That gear looks expensive. I know this is the right answer, but like, let me just read this. Oh, I know him. That's codename Kevin. Yeah, he's into the whole steampunk thing. Do some research. It's actually pretty cool. A lot of people do it. Not me, but a lot of people. It's cool. It's a cool community. There are a lot of good people involved. I'm not a part of it though. I've never been one to think of their conventions. They seem really interesting though. Thanks. I think it's this one, the rich guy one. Mr. Lunch sent a threatening video to you saying in it, "Kill him, girls," while pointing in your general direction. What was his intention? Uh, this is just a joke. He likes, wait, they're right behind me, aren't they? This is likely an aggressive opening move to get negotiations started. Okay, is it necessary to carry your driver's license? Full wallet. Two eyes speak at you from the dark of night. To whom do they belong? Robbers, thieves, people who want my money. Hello, Conrad. Where's Bobby? He was supposed to be here by now. I might know where he is. What's it worth to you, old man? Spooky Halloween horror has been picking off your friends one by one. Now it's just you and the horror. How do you go about defeating this primordial evil once and for all? Write him a check with enough zeros to make him stop. This one. You open your desk and drawers and find this bomb sitting alongside your rolls of tape, pen caps, and staplers. What do you do? Run and remember to pay off your debts on time next time. Hiking donut. Hey, have you seen my credit card? I can't seem to find it. Card you're literally holding? Don't waste my time, donut. Oh, hello, money man. Hey. Personal question. How much money do you keep in your wallet? Like, on an average day? 1,000. While climbing up and down a flight of stairs to maximize safety, you should, time is money. How do I find the person who bit into my sandwich? Administrative standstill. Your coworker has just been blasted out of his boots by a powerful explosion. What do you do? Lawsuit, lawsuit, lawsuit. Hi, Carmen. My husband is a bad person. What do I do? Does he make a lot of money, though? Does he make a lot of money? You wake up mid-air in a parachute with a parachute strapped to your back. Think fast. What do you do? Lawyer. Someone's gonna pay for this. You are taking your vacation at a beautiful underwater hotel off the coast of Mexico. While looking out of the potholes, you see this guy zoom up and tap the glass. He has no air tank, no scuba gear, and you are 200 meters under the surface. Take a picture of proof, evidence of elusive sea people. I'm gonna be rich. Alright. Dear office workers, 0451. We value your employment. Okay, so we had 0 questions for facts, 20 for money men, 1 for the union, 0 for jesters. So, yeah, Gray Michael continues to like fuck up. Beatrice completed the liturgy of hold up. Our VTM follows me wherever I go. What? Jeep Johnson was hospitalized by out-of-control black mold from frequently overflushed toilets. Robert Ruggiero wrote a letter of resignation, took off his clothes, and walked out of the building. He was never seen again. But for you, it's just another day of work. All right. That's fine. That's fine. How much did we find? Notes. I think I still need like 2, 3 of these things. Wait, did the window... Oh, right, because I... Hold on. Is this the right window size? God, I'm gonna need to resize the window again. My bad. Because I restarted the game, so the window changed. There we go. My bad. I did not notice that. How many endings am I still missing? 12. I'm missing 12 endings, right? Around 12. How much money do I have? Do I get to know how much money I have? I have no money. Let's talk to someone. Can I talk to myself? Hey, what's up? Okay, we're not talking to ourselves. Paul Jeep Johnson. The great Adam Spargo, what can I do for you? What's up? Not much, just working on some safety. Oh, they're the safety guys. Is everything safe? Oh, not really, no. Oh, that's not good. What's going on? Everything bad you can think of. Like what? Burnout light bulbs? Okay. Black mold? Alright. Stairs without railings? Uh-huh. The intern power line replacement program? Uh, um... Yeah, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Is there anything I can do to help? Not really, just try not to die, okay? I can do that. I can do that. Good, now let's talk about something else. You got it. What can I do for you? How much do you get paid? Uh, 34. Oh, that's more. I make 30. Your union should talk to my union. That work? Maybe it's worth a try, right? Oh, definitely. Not gonna get me fired at all. Open up a line of communication, right? Get people talking about things. Absolutely. Good for one is good for all, and all that. Totally. We're stronger together, Adam. Remember that. Thanks, Jeep. I will. Good, now let's talk about something else. What's his weekend plans? Like, what does this man do during the weekend? What do you do? Safety reports? Any plans this weekend? I'd like to get out and do some fishing. I've never fished. You should try it sometime. It's very relaxing. I don't think I would like that. Hmm. Why not? Water, slime, algae. A little slime never hurt anybody. I don't think that's true. Let's talk about something else, huh? What can I do for you? Can I ask you about the union? Wait, what do you say here? What do you do here? Oh, wait, right, it's a safety. Right. I'm the union rep. I do a lot of safety stuff. What sort of safety stuff? Reports, incidents, inspections, normal stuff. That sounds important. It is. I spend a lot of time thinking about it. Well, I'm glad someone is thinking about it. Thanks for saying that. You're welcome. Let's talk about something else, huh? Well, I am curious about what this guy's mindset is like so I can answer all of the questions his way. What do you do here? What's the union? What do you do for the union? I take care of the employees. I protect them. Protect them from who? Who? Management, bosses, people who have more power. Like Basil? Basil? No, I mean the people above Basil. People above Basil? I mean, yeah, Basil is very middle management. Yep, and they always want a bigger slice of the pie. I don't know what that means. Let's talk about something else, huh? Alright, last question. Before I go back to my job. Can I ask you about the union? The union. Ah, right, the union. What do you want to know? Do you guys always always wear hard hats? 'Cause I don't think I want to always. Ew, even in the toilet. Especially in the... Why? I mean, wow. Let's talk about something. Hold on. No, no. You can't just drop. I wear my hard hat in the toilet like that and then explain nothing. Right, the union. Right, right. Can I join? Can I be a hard hat toilet man? No, you're in another union. Oh, I'm an admin. Oh, yeah. Forgot? Yes. Yeah, I forgot. Right. Nicely done. You passed my test. I'm very smart. I'm a very smart admin person. All right, let's end the call. Bye-bye. Let's try to answer everything his way. Ah, let's get started. Many of our containers have been lost. The sea is angry. What hope do we have? Uh, Stay calm. This is nothing new. Everything will be okay. You are in the park, and you see an alien being pursued by police officers. You try to get out of his way, but he sprints right into you, knocks you over, and drops his energy weapon at your feet. What do you do? Um, Nothing. Literally just walk away. It's not your problem. It's not your problem. Unpredictable and unending attacks from the forgotten sea people have wiped up all life above sea level. Why did they do this? What could have we have done to prevent this fate? I'd say I'd say the rampant ecological destruction of the ocean oughta do it. I always said they would come back to bite us in the ass. Hi Henry, what's up? We have a protest in the parking lot later. You coming? Uh sure. What are we protesting? Your dog is very... What happened to my dog? That's a cube. That's a dice. My dog turned into a dice. My dog is now a D&D dice. My dog is now a D&D dice. Yeah, it's a dog dice. What the dog doing? He's a dice. You can throw him now. You need to take him to the veterinarian, but he really wants to stop at the park first. What do you do? Make yourself equally as sick by eating really, really old food at the back of the fridge. You shouldn't suffer alone. This is a blue. I'm trying to get all of the yellow answers, so I'm trying to get the safest replies. So we have to take the dog to the vet. What do you think about the current state of the hot dogs in America? HDIA. The way they sell condiments with the dogs is genius. Create the sickness, sell the cure. Who is sending me this? Why are you wasting my time? I can never remember all the states. Why are you wasting my time? I think this is the safe one. Target acquired. Should I take the... Why are we shooting the goldfish? Don't shoot the goldfish. What are you talking about? How could a goldfish be a target? It's a fish. I'm being boring right now. I'm answering all of the boring things the most boring way. In a boring manner. Treads. Anyway, I see treads. It's late at night, and the power's gone out, leaving you blind in a pitch blackness. What type of electric torch did you buy in preparation for this scenario? We have to pick the most prepared ones. You really just don't need to waste all your money on torches just so that your eyes adjust to the small amounts of natural light. I think this one. Oh no, that was money, man. Okay, are we thirsty? Pull over, Tony. What's the first skateboard trick ever performed? The Christ. The ollie, the jump. Is it the ollie? Oh, it's not. I mean, it is, but it's not the answer I needed. The snake god Ralcoloclar opens up the night sky with the hypnotic shakes of his tail. True or false? Um, this is just an old children's tale. Hi, Lawrence. Hello, is this thing on? Is anyone there? It's Lawrence. Why aren't you saying anything? I'm gonna hang up. Um, hello? The signal must be bad. I was definitely talking just then. Are you in a loud room? Are you there? Hello, the Union. You're exactly who I wanted to call. Hey, buddy. I know you're just staring at the computer, but you really should be wearing a hard hat. Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, whose eyes are this? Hat eyes. We turn on the television and see this. What do you do? What do I do? It's not a news broadcast. It's literally just a movie playing on TV. Do you panic every time you turn your TV on? Turn on your TV? Turn your TV on? Hey, TV. What's up? Okay. The BUNDT bot is Britain's favorite robot for the 5th year running. Would you buy this robot for your favorite son? Nah, he has a morning star for a hand. You see this man step off the curb and go directly under the ambulance's wheels. Most of his whole body goes under at least 2 tires. When you go to check, he seems hurt but totally fine. Why did he do this? I guess, why does anyone do anything? Just check to see if he's okay. You're doing some midnight wandering when you see 2 lit up windows and you're pretty sure there's no house. Think fast. What immediately comes to mind? I should probably just leave. I don't want someone getting the wrong idea just because I'm a bad hiker. Okay, this is not a great idea to do this with my son. Any other fun activities? What the hell is wrong with you? Take the kid to get an ice cream cone or something. Jesus Christ. Your weird old brother comes over your house and tries to give you $100. What are your immediate thoughts? Invite him in. We can talk about the money later. We're being normal. We're being normal. Feels wrong. It feels wrong. But whatever. This one's for all the marbles. Game 7 of the Tic-Tac-Toe World Championship. Incumbent champion Alexander Fernando has you in a bind. You are playing X's. What do you do to clinch the win? Play it out until it's a tie and get ready for the next round. Okay. What endings did we get? Gray Michael was arrested for tax evasion. Star Marshals picked him up at near Lacus Oblivionis on a beautiful Friday afternoon. Beatrice was forced to suspend all purchases of drinkable human blood. Moneymen are encouraged to drink bug blood instead. Oh. Glitchy text. Jeep Johnson and the Union unveiled the Universal Hard Hat Program. 6,508,675,309 hard hats for 6,508,675,309 heads. Oh, we got this. Rotten Rogerio resigns. I'm missing 2 more notes. Did I try Rugerio's arc again? I think Rugerio was the one where... Okay, one last round. I'm gonna try all of Rugerio's answers and then I'll take a quick break and then I'll move on to the next game, which is do not buy this game. It's gonna be a restful game because there's actually a narrator in that game and I won't die. I won't die. I won't lie, talking and yapping and talking and yapping and talking and yapping and talking and yapping and talking and yapping. There we go. Let's get started. Coming soon to theaters. Damn, last time I went to the theater, old Honest Abe took a shot to the head. Good times. Good times. You're the worst minion I've ever seen. Hi, Theobald. Oh, my boss left me out on the road to pick for some reason and won't pick up the phone. Can you come pick me up? I'm only 3 hours away. Your boss left you there for a reason. Don't leave until you figure out what it is. It must be important. You might want to set down some roots. Astronauts who first saw Earth from this angle must have thought, I am never coming back. Mice. A classic rodent. Cute little guys, aren't they? No. They're in your walls. Eating your wiring. Eating the supports. Eating the bricks. What's the most ethical response to mice in your home? Instant death. A high caliber rifle or decently sized plastic explosive would be my recommendation. What's the golden rule when working on radioactive material in the lab? Smile, have fun. We're only on this earth for a short time. I think Rugerio is all of the suicidal replies. Anybody down there? Anybody down there? Anybody down there? Only one way to find out. Yahoo! Chimp soda. Take a slurp. Mmm. Monkey water. Who do you think DB Cooper actually was? Who? No comment. Piss off. Another rotten hand. 60,000 pounds down the drain. What do I do? What the hell do I do? Yell as loud as you can and strike the dealer in the face. Local squirrels are always bouncing sticks and acorns and pine cones on the friendly garden gnome's head. How does that make you feel? That is not a gnome. That doesn't even look like a gnome. I'm getting really tired and really sick and tired of all this bullshit. There we go. I think I am. I'm getting all of the Rugerio answers. Your electrician has just received a large electric shock and fallen to the ground in the basement of your house. What do you do? Hit him with an opposite reverse polarity electric shock to bring him back to his feet. Tax department. When is it acceptable to put capital letters at the beginning of words? I still haven't figured it out. Literally no one gives a shit, Mike. It doesn't matter. Oh, right. The Anubis question. What fate is on your heart on his scales? I've never lost a fight against a dog before, and I won't start now. I'm getting into heaven. I've got jokes for the big man. This is the depiction of a drawing of the 13th century schoolboy Onfim made that was recovered in the modern times. The drawing is said to be Onfim riding a horse and striking down his teacher. What does this drawing make you think about? This. Wow, very cool drawing on film. I like it a lot. It's, kids are allowed to kill. Kids are allowed to kill. A worker ant. What do you think about them? They always get in my mouth when I'm laying in the dirt and eating my crackers. Is there anything in the world that's better than a slice of pie and coffee at the local diner? Better than pie and coffee? How about learning ancient parkour from real French masters in the alleys of Paris, France? Your kids are watching Saturday morning cartoon featuring this weird purple guy. What is the first thing that comes to mind when you see him? I hate this guy. I know I shouldn't be saying this, but frankly, I want to hurt him. Late in the morning, you have some coffee with a friend from another section. You're surprised he hasn't been trained yet on new equipment that he has to use. Safety training is both a requirement and an expectation in Nova Scotia law. True or false? False. Law barely exists in Nova Scotia. Yep. Bucket. Okay, tic-tac-toe. I'm gonna accuse my opponent of blood doping. Mr. Lunch is sent a threatening video to you saying in it kill him girls while pointing in your general direction. What is his intention? He likes to have fun. An off-duty FBI agent is just discharged his firearm in a small town diner. Oh wait, was I supposed to do he was sending assassins after me? Hi Vetra, hold on, let me get my tarot cards. Which deck do I use? One is currently used. Hello. It's tarot time. Oops. Pulling a card for Vetra. I'm using like my tiny deck. My small, easy to shuffle deck. I'm doing fine. This game is actually more enjoyable than I thought. My problem is I don't have enough time to finish it tonight. It's quirky. It's funny. I did not expect the Liturgy of Cain, but it's fine. It's fine. Basically HR. It's basically like a corporation except finance are vampires, admin is me. The union is a bunch of safety nerds, and I don't know what the jesters are, but they're there and they're very violent. Alright, let's... What's this card? What's this card? Eight of Pentacles. Upright. Where's my cheat sheet? Oops, there it is. Next to the tarot cards that I've been using for the solo TTRPG thing. Eight of Pentacles upright means your hard work's gonna pay off and you're gonna get recognition for a job well done. Yippee! Congrats! I hope that's true because that's a good card. Okay, an off-duty FBI agent has just discharged his firearm in a small town diner. Is this considered to be unacceptable behavior? It depends, footshot. That's fine. Headshot, maybe not. We've all had bad days, right? What are you gonna do? Alright, we answered 20 questions for the company of jesters. Let's go. So obviously the aliens fucked. The vampire turned into dust. The guy died. Oh, shit. So I didn't get anything new. Well, I'm missing one word. And I think that's it for Butter Side Down. A game that I will be finishing on my own. As soon as I figure out what the problem... I know there's a mystery. There's a mystery. Look at this lock part. There's a mystery. I can't solve the truth. Want to find the truth. Also, I ran out of money. I ran out of money. I have no money to wager now. I'm poor. I'm gonna change games. I'm gonna take a quick break, like a 5-minute break, and change games. See you in a while. What game was I gonna... Oh, right. I remember now. Alright, that break took a little bit longer than I thought it would be. And we're gonna play something that will rest my throat. Do not buy this game. It's one of those quirky walking simulators with a fun narrator. Which means I don't need to talk shit. Yippee!
Hello?
Wait, where does subtitles?
Is that a player walking around the hall?
Okay, there's subtitles. Boom game. Hello? Hello?
Hey, you.
Hi.
How'd you get in here? And also, would you mind just going away? There is
No.
nothing interesting for you to find up ahead.
But what if there is? Oh my god, this looks like an SM mall.
Oh, no. Do not go towards that button, please.
I will go towards that button. You're not the boss of me.
What are you doing? Stay away.
Nah.
I'm not sure who you are, but I just can't allow you to push that button. You will.
I'm just holding the
will
W
regret
key.
it.
W
And even
key
if you
to win.
won't, I know I definitely will. So stay back. You are as stubborn as they come, aren't you? I'm using up all my teleports on you. Wait, no. You didn't. Okay, wait. You didn't hear that. I have an unlimited supply of teleports. There's no need to test me. I assure you, I have more than one teleport. You know, when they say, hey, who's got a lot of teleports? They point to me, and that guy's got more than one. That guy there. That's who they're talking about me at most of the time. You know, we could do this for days. I got a ton of teleport left. So
you
just
do?
Keep going, or no, or you don't.
I'm just pressing the W key.
It's a waste of your time.
I'm pressing the
Might as well
W
just
key.
stop doing it. So you read my bluff. Huh. What gave it away? Anyway, I'm serious. I don't want to use my trump card.
Don't worry about it.
You asked for it. You really thought you could push that button, didn't you?
It's the only thing to do in this
Is what you
game.
deserve. You won't be able to reach the button now that you're so tiny.
What else am I supposed to do in this game then? It only gives me a button to push. I can't walk back. So, you know, it's like I'm being manipulated to push the button. It's like you're very tsundere for the button, Mr. Narrator said. Oh, please don't touch my button. Oh,
Really?
Oh,
You're really gonna try to go up these unstable emergency stairs?
There's
just
nowhere
push
else to
that
go.
Button? Really?
There's nowhere else to go. Only the
That does it for
button.
my bag of tricks to stop you. Okay, you know what? We started this whole relationship wrong. It wasn't you, it wasn't me, it just didn't work out to start off. So maybe you could give me up to like 3 chances to try and convince you just to let go of the whole button pressing idea, you know? And I will then give you something way better in return. You clearly want to press buttons.
Okay.
And I don't want to get in the way of that. You know, I don't want to withhold that pleasure from you. So, I created this specially for you.
What? Where? Oh,
Go on, press it.
it makes dingy
Every time you
noises.
press this button, you will gain $1.
I don't care about the dollar
directly to
dingy
your
noises.
bank account. Now go
Dingy
ahead,
noises.
take as many as you want.
Oh, I can use spacebar. I'm spamming spacebar.
This is probably the best button in the entire world. Don't you agree? Who needs
I
that
love
other
dingy
useless
noises.
button? When you
This
can
is
stay
like
here and
Balatro
push until
minus the
you're
hard
a
work.
millionaire. Let's press it forever. Oh, I'm sorry. Just a moment. Yes, it's me. No, I'm not making any transactions. What? Let's just check to make sure. Okay, thank you for letting me know. So let me just put this up here. Okay.
Oh.
You know what? I think there was some kind of mix-up.
Oh, I can use. Okay, I can use. I can use arrow keys.
So why don't we just call it here? You're satisfied with what you got, right? You got enough.
Can we go negative?
I'll open the door for you, so let's just move on out of this room.
What if we can go negative though?
No, what are you doing? Weren't you the one that was like, hey, let's go to the big red button? Wasn't that your idea?
I don't know.
I
Does
see
the
where this is
big red
going.
button make dingy noises?
Honestly, I don't like it.
Actually, I am getting a little tired of pressing the button. Let's leave him 200 bucks. I don't have the attention span to drain his finances.
You know, I really appreciate your ability just to let go of your greed. And you can now move on to making me miserable in other ways.
Yippee!
Okay, so let me just float this idea past you, okay? I think I know what went wrong.
Mm-hmm.
A button that gives you my money, it's not very satisfying, you know? You're the kind of person that wants, like, value for their money. You want to gain something. You want a game.
Not
if
really.
only you'd get to experience something like that, and you'd be satisfied. This is what you've been waiting for, wasn't it? Now
What
you
is
get to
that
play a
boring-ass
I made
game?
for you by pressing a button. This is definitely the best of both worlds. So go ahead, try and beat that space thingy.
Oh my god. This is boring. I don't like this game. The fuck is this game? Watch, I'm gonna press the button. Whoa, whoa.
You did it! You know what's up
Wow.
next? Another level.
Wow. Wow. I'm bored now. You can let me go. I'm bored, mister. I'm bored now. I have to move. I don't want to play anymore. Can I leave? It's a really boring game. Wow.
You know,
Riveting big
I
gameplay.
can really see that creating a game for you was a great
Wow.
call. Look how happy you are.
I'm not I'm so happy.
Amazing, just amazing. Here's the
I'm
next one.
happy. Oh,
Come on, you can do it.
wow.
You.
Exciting gameplay.
Seems like you're stuck.
Nah.
That's weird. With how obsessed you are with games, I
Oh.
thought you'd at least be good at the thing.
Oh, this is unwinnable.
Oh, now I feel bad.
It's unwinnable.
Painful to watch how
Yeah,
terrible
yeah,
you
it's
are at
unwinnable.
this. There,
That's
I opened
unwinnable. Open the door.
Don't torture yourself with something
Free me.
clearly beyond your
Where's the door? Oh, there it is. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna buy this game, but I definitely won't buy
Not
that
good
game.
again, huh? Seems like making a game for you wasn't enough to satisfy your obsession. In the meantime, I guess it's up to me. What can I make for you that is both fast enough and interesting enough to, like, convince you of letting this whole journey go?
I Yippee red.
Final try. This time with the button of secrets.
Ooh, secrets.
This button will reveal all the secrets hidden in the universe.
I don't think we
You
should
wouldn't
know that.
imagine what I had to sacrifice in order to put my hands on it, you know? But now, it's yours. Give it a push.
Bonk.
I create a button full of all the secrets of the universe.
Mhm.
All the secrets. And the first one, something about me. Let's move on from that one. You know, she
Understandable,
was quite a
understandable.
charmer.
That's Lola
And
Bunny,
wait,
understandable.
Wait, I don't have to explain myself to you. And
You don't
why
have
is this
to.
about me again? You know, this thing is broken. Well,
Well, I mean, if you keep making space thingy, maybe don't. Maybe don't keep making space thingy.
I mean, that's unbelievably vague. Okay, fine. Laugh at me if you want, but I didn't ask you to come here, and all I've been trying to do this whole time is to protect us from
Actually, you're the game dev and you just emailed
red
me to take
button.
this game, so
But sure, you know what? Laugh. Let's see if you will laugh when I press the button and reveal one of your secrets.
I quit things halfway through. I mean, I did that with space thingy. I don't think that's actually a secret.
I didn't. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know, that was mean of me.
Yeah. Yeah, my feelings are hurt.
Frustrated and stressed, you know?
Open the door.
But you have your problems to deal with as well. And for what it's worth, I hope it will get better for you.
It says the
Anyway,
same
you know
thing no
what?
matter
Sorry
which
again.
secret I choose, by the way.
Here.
I tried.
I'll get rid of this button. It won't hurt us anymore. Let's start
Open
fresh.
the door.
Maybe as friends this time.
Open the door,
proceed to the top
Robert.
button, it's open. I won't stop you again.
There you go.
But I'm warning you that I'm fully against it. And you might not like what you'll find.
I'm sure I'll be fine. I read
go.
that Grover book. There's a monster at the end of this book. The monster is just Grover. It's fine. It's fine. Also, I think I aged myself with that book reference. There's a monster at the end of this book. It's a Sesame Street-like book. Where all the pages Grover's just like,
I'm
no,
not sure
no,
that
no,
we
don't
can
turn
see
the
each other
pages.
for
There's a
long.
monster at the end. No, what are you doing? And it's funny for children, but in the end, Grover realizes he was the monster all along, and he's in the last page. He's like, oh, shit. Well, I guess it's fine. I don't remember what Grover sounds like. Bronk.
Last
Press
chance
the
not to
button.
press it.
Alert. Alert. A potential buyer has been spotted.
Alert.
Initiating call
Alert.
to action
Oh,
protocol
I
number
hate
19.
that thing. Hey,
Wish
don't
list
look at
on
me.
Steam.
I told you not
Follow
to press
the
it.
game. Wish list on Steam. Follow the game. Wish list on Steam. Follow the game.
Stop
Wish list
saying
on
that.
Steam. Follow the game.
No.
Wish list on Steam.
No. Why is
Follow
this
the
happening?
game.
I don't think
Wish
that
list on Steam.
No!
Follow the game.
Oh, he's
Wish
going
list on
insane.
Steam. Follow the game. Wish list on Steam.
Can I
Follow
keep
the
pressing?
game.
No, I can't.
Wish list on Steam.
Can I
All it
move?
means is that you actually need to do this.
Actually,
You
they
just need to work.
how do I escape,
You
buddy?
just need to work on the game. And it will be fine.
What?
It will be fine.
I can't jump.
It will be fine.
Backflip. Oh, I can't backflip.
I'm sorry,
Backflip.
I have to
Front
go.
flip. Front flip. Oh, I can't.
Just remember, you don't have to do anything you don't want to.
I mean, you kind of forced me to play that
I guess I
game.
already knew that, since you haven't listened to me even once.
You forced me to play
I
space
hope you will
thingy.
remember me.
All right, wishlist the game. Wishlist the game. Wishlist the game. I've wishlisted the game. Alright, there we go. And that was Do Not Buy This Game, the demo. I'm gonna set up the screen for the next one, the last game for this night. Inhuman Resources. It's gonna take a lot of reading, but I think the game is actually kinda... The setting is great. I just wonder if I can play it without killing my throat. Because it's a lot of reading. It's a lot of reading. But it's a fun type of reading, and I love fun reading. Height. BRB screen, go! Studio mode. Studio mode. Activate. Activating studio mode. Opening. Inhuman Resources. Oh, that's not the right screen. Opening Inhuman Resources. Inhuman Resources. Inhuman Resources. And I would go to a place called Inhuman Resources. Wait. Info. Inhuman. Resources, a literary machination. Ah shit, this game is only on full screen. Hold on. I hope it doesn't fuck with my window. I am in a 12 by 10 monitor. Most games don't like 12 by 10. We'll see, we'll see. We'll adjust the window as it goes. Right, drink water, stretching. Oh, low battery. Plug it in. Low power. I think you can still stream it. There we go. I can stream on low power mode. And studio mode. Go back to games overlay. And where's my game? Is my game? There we go. We're gonna play Inhuman Resources, a literary machination. It's a game about family, and by family I mean the type of corporation that goes, "Oh, don't worry, we're family," which is a whole ass lie. We all know that's a whole ass lie, right? Please, my accent comes out when I'm tired. Please enter your name. Like the actual Filipino accent. I don't even normally talk like this. It just comes out when I'm tired. It just goes there, okay? I don't even plan it. Okay, this one I'm obviously faking. Like this one I'm obviously faking, but when I go blast, enter your name, that's that's just me. Please enter your name, Finnegan Joyce. There are three deaths. The first is when the body ceases to function. The second is when the body is consigned to a grave. Oh, I think we'll be fine then. You're only missing this arrow and like the menu button at the bottom. But I like the menu button. Hold on. Okay, this one. I'll show it this way. The second was when the body is consigned to the grave. The third is the moment, sometime in the future, when your name is spoken for the last time by David M. Eagleman. The phone call. Oh, okay, this works. The screen works. An all too familiar screeching reverberates inside your brain. The noise comes in waves. The pain follows suit. You try your best to ignore both, but the mere fact you've acknowledged the awful sound means it's already won. Your phone's alarm is simply much too loud to ignore. Defeated, your eyelids peel apart like sheets of rotting Velcro, blinking back a bad night's blurry haze. You lie in bed, awake, against your consent. The room is almost pitch black, save for the intermittent flashing of your phone's screaming screen. A rancid of routine stench of unwashed bedsheets bids you a bittersweet good morning. You're home, for better or worse. Mostly the latter these days. Just once you'd wish you'd wake up somewhere else instead. Just once, you wish time would ask permission before racing ahead. But your phone doesn't care about what you want. The insufferable screeching drills deeper into your skull. You throw back your dirty blankets, blindly reaching for the misbegotten beast. Pick up the phone. A slab of smudged plastic feels comfortable in your palm. Most call the device ancient, but to you it's cozy and familiar, like an old, if outdated friend. No oversized touchscreen, no fancy graphics card for mobile games, no constant access to so-or-so G network. Just a simple tool with a cute antenna that still allows you time to disconnect. You've always appreciated the old and the analog despite the wider world's obsession with digitized progress. There's a sincerity in physicality, a warmth to an object's weight. You cling to this relic as long as you can, sensible upgrades be damned. You have acquired old cell phone. You fiddle with the phone, desperate to stop the alarm, but no matter which button you press, the shrieking will not end. That's because it's not your alarm at all. It's your ringtone. Squinting into the darkness, you barely make out the caller's ID. It's your aunt. Aunt/landlady, technically speaking. Hopefully just your aunt today. The woman is exhausting enough when she isn't asking for rent payments, no matter how overdue they are. Still, should you really ignore a call from the one person still willing to support you between jobs? Nah, hang up. Hang up. You run your thumb over the decline button, yet as if swayed by your own sleepy stupor, it smudges the wrong key. You hope whoever invented the speakerphone settings is either unhappy or dead. Ideally both. Hey there, sweetie. Sorry for calling you out of the blue. Hope I'm not interrupting lunch. The scratchy facsimile of her bombastically condescending voice greets you on the line's other end. No mistaking your dear auntie. But what's this about lunch? You flick on the light and glance towards your microwave's LED clock display. A shameful number stares back from the room's abyss. 1:29 p.m. You wince and make up a half-baked lie, pretending to talk with your mouth full. Your aunt doesn't seem to buy it. Well, I'm pretty sure you're very busy with job applications today, so I'll get straight to the point. Yep. Any idea when you'll be able to send me last month's rent? I know money's been tight lately, but it's already the 31st. One missed payment is bad enough. But two? Shit, landlady it is. You feel yourself deflate, glancing to the tower of rejected job applications standing proud and precarious upon your messy desk. The top sheet almost grazes your modest apartment ceilings. Your aunt suggested to print every refusal. Damn, you guys get refusals? In the Philippines, they just never contact you at all. You're just like, fuck now. You're just stuck in limbo forever. And then one day, while you're having like a stable job, you Someone calls you like, "Hi, we have an opening for so and so. You applied for this, right?" And the last time you contacted that company was like more than a year ago, and you forgot who they are, and you think they're a scam. True story. Your aunt suggested to print each refusal, claiming they'll make your eventual hiring all the more rewarding. You found that harder and harder to believe ever since the letter started to unnumber the dollars in your bank account. Sweetie, you have some kind of estimate for me? I would really need an answer today. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Give your best impression of a confident salesman laughing her worries away. Of course you'll get the money. You'll have tons of promising interviews lined up. One is bound to work out, and when it does, you'll have such a crazy salary you'll be able to pay the next 5 months in advance or something. You pause dramatically, awaiting your aunt's amazed approval. All you get is her bitter disappointment. Sweetie, if this is how you behave during interviews, it's no wonder you haven't been hired yet. I can smell you lying from over here. Honestly, I'd be more than willing to forgive delays if I knew you were actually trying. But you can't expect me to believe you've been pulling yourself up by the bootstraps and giving this job hunt all you've got when you've been living in a pigsty for the past year. It's called depression, and the depression is because I can't get a fucking job in this fucking economy, auntie. Pigsty? You deflect the woman's accusations, blabbering in desperate denial, but as your eyes drift over the sorry state of your apartment, your rambling soon turn into tragic silence. You've been immune to the stench for a few months now, but no amount of time will ever make you blind to the altars of wretchedness your neglect has erected. On the floor, crumpled stacks of crusty laundry litter the unmopped grounds like landmines in an active war zone. At your desk, fly-swarmed styrofoam containers amalgamate themselves into awkwardly unstable modern art installations. Your largest one can only be referred to as the Leaning Tower of Takeout. Oh my god, someone's room is worse than mine. In the kitchen, filthy cookware overflows from your sink, bathed the rancid dishwater. A layer of film has formed on the surface, thick as a crust of crepe. Ew! And even in your fridge. Oh yeah, my fridge is my fridge needs to be cleaned. The outdated contraption hums like a thermonuclear lawnmower, even though you know damn well it's not keeping anything cold. Maybe ketchup packets if you're lucky. Pigsty or not, there's no denying that your whole unemployment business has been taking a serious toll. One that's gone on long enough for you and your aunt's pity to become well-deserved contempt. Well, what do you have to say for yourself? How's our stats? Okay, so our characters is an aunt. And then me. Finnegan Joyce, notes. I have no notes. I have an old cell phone. We have one chapter. Okay. I'm scum, auntie. You throw yourself into a dramatic tirade, detailing your utter lack of worth, the hopelessness of human existence, and the filthy trash-strewn ditch you deserve to die in, preferably alone. By the time your aunt gets a word in edgewise, your face is slick with tears and mucus and your heart tied into painful knots. Enough! I'm sorry, alright? I didn't mean to sound so harsh. Now please calm down. Please. Sounds like she's begging out of irritation than out of worry for your well-being. But you listen nonetheless, taking time to control your breathing and wipe away the strings of snot. The phone crackles with warbled noise as your aunt lets out a groan. Good grief. I know this mental health nonsense you keep talking about is a big deal, but you have got to get it together and take action somehow. You can't just keep using mood swings as an excuse to escape responsibility. That choice will get you nowhere. You have acquired just like in real life. You have acquired clinical depression. You brace yourself as the woman prepares to deliver her most frequent, most frustrating spiel. You could probably repeat it word for word even if you were held at gunpoint. Remember, sweetie, in our world, choices matter. The big ones and the small ones. We can't always take those decisions back, and we can't control their consequences either, which means we have to choose carefully. You, most certainly, have not been doing that. But if you have any intention of getting yourself out of this mess, you need to start making the right decisions, and soon. You mumble something non-committal, rolling your eyes at her endless nagging. The woman may be able to smell dishonesty, but she's nose blind to her own bullshit. Anywho, enough of that. The real reason I'm calling is because I might have an opportunity for you. You can tell by her inflection. She means a job opportunity. Your reaction is practically Pavlovian. You salivate at the thought of your unrelenting financial woes finally coming to an end. You grip the cell phone tighter, aching with anticipation. See, there's this problem employee at our company. He works at one of the local branches right next to where you live. But the man has a terrible attitude and is even more terrible when it comes to, well, whatever it is you think we do over there. You picture her limply waving a wrist in some vague, dismissive pattern, more of a highly confidential stuff she can't share but brags about anyway. Not that you're entirely sure what your aunt actually does for a living to begin with. Something to do with human resources, maybe? Needless to say, we'll be laying off the little sarpus as soon as a fitting replacement is found. But we need that replacement fast. Company has a big business deal coming up. We can't afford to be short on staff right now. Luckily, I happen to know a certain someone in dire need of a job. And this position happens to be entry level. No major qualifications needed. It even comes with a sterling letter of recommendation from yours truly. Now, it won't be an easy job. Supervisors are very strict and anxiety is a way of following you home. But so long as you nail the interview, you're basically guaranteed stable income for as long as you need it. Smyrna Corp. Smyrna Corp isn't prone to random layoffs. So how about it, sweetie? Shall I schedule something for you? We have no choice, right? Alright, give me an interview, auntie. High-stress environment or not, it beats homelessness by a country mile. You agree to the offer with ravenous insistence. The woman breathes a sigh of relief and lets out a nervous laugh. It's almost like she's in ecstatic disbelief. Thank goodness. You have no idea what it means to hear you say that, dear. You're literally saving my life. Literally? Literally? That's not an exaggeration, is it? Is it? You should probably be the one telling her that, but you won't complain about receiving gratitude instead of judgment for once. Without missing a beat, your aunt hammers at her computer's keyboard drafting you an email. You clamber your way out of the bed, tripping over day-old takeout and mounds of dirty underwear as you rush towards your laptop. I've booked the earliest appointment I could possibly find. You should get an email with the time, address, and job description soon. Be sure to read everything carefully and do not be late. Mr. Burgard will skin me alive if I send him another unpunctual idiot. Oh, and make sure not to mention the whole depression nonsense during the interview. Thanks, Auntie. It might make Mr. Burgard think he needs to fix you. Fix you? Rather than offer answers, your aunt whispers farewell. Good luck, sweetie. I hope you'll forgive me. Forgive you? For this? For this someday. Click. The line goes deadly silent, save for a droning dial tone. You get an urge to call her back. But the ding of an invitation appearing in your inbox catches your attention first. Uh-oh. Your interview is today. At 4 p.m. sharp, no less. You curse under your breath, rushing to shower and get dressed. Your stack of rejection letters gets knocked over by your charge and scatters across the room in a whirlwind of standard issue responses. You beg with every fiber of your being not to come home with a new failure to add to the pile. Chapter 2, chapter complete. Proceed to the waiting room. What did we get? Teamwork. We have an old cell phone. And we have clinical depression. And one point on physical faculty, 1 point on social aptitude, and 1 point on technological literacy. But more importantly, we have it's funny because it's true. It's funny because it's true. The waiting room. A packed full city transit bus comes to a creaking stop right in front of an old building you've never seen before. Shoving your way past crowded commuters, you step onto an empty sidewalk. The vehicle roars away, fading into misty afternoon and leaving you utterly alone. You briefly wonder if getting off here was a mistake. You review your aunt's documents, poring over the civic number, street name, and postal code, as though every character were deciphered to some secret code. By the time you finish your third revision, you're forced to concede. This must be the right address, but it's not remotely what you expected. Nestled between two gleaming skyscrapers sits a much smaller, stranger building. There's this unnerving facade. Glazed gray brickwork and pale veined marble unite to form a vast web of extravagant monochrome patterns. But despite all the details, the sum total, it still gives off a sense of cold, calculated purpose. Almost like an anarchic graffiti artist were hired to redesign and palliate care center. Decorative windows as you climb the front steps, a set of circular, gold-tinted portholes stare down at you. They are unblinking, like the eyes of giant deep-sea squids. The glass is too opaque to see through. Yet you suspect someone is on the other side, watching you approach. The massive front gates made from half-ton hunks of glistening cast iron. The double doors have been decorated with an intricate bas relief of skyscrapers swimming in fog. Bit ironic for such a stout little edifice. And a bronze door knocker, the alloy been smelted into the shape of a crowned king's severed head. Whoa! The object looks so realistic you're scared it will be warm and wet to the touch. Unfortunately, you see no keypads, handles, or ID scanners that would allow for easier entry. The local branch of Smyrna Corp is only 4 stories tall, yet feels impossibly imposing. It's caught between outdated aesthetics and timeless sensibilities, somehow both outrageous yet invisibly subtle, as if meant to be forgotten at a passing glance and to haunt those whose gazes linger. You suspect you may be underdressed. Your clothes aren't filthy, of course. If anything, they're rather chic, or at least they used to be. Neither time nor depression have been kind to your apparel. For all the class your best outfit once had, overuse has worn it down to a discolored, threadbare husk. Meanwhile, lack of money, motivation, and belief you're worthy of nice things has prevented you from buying new clothes for the better part of 2 years. Regardless, what you've got will have to do. The hour of your interview approaches, and you won't have cash to afford a better outfit until this job is yours. Alright, knock knock. The bronze object booms against the iron gates even harder than your thumping heart. Moments later, something clicks and a latch comes undone. The door groans themselves open, inviting you inside. You step into the building and are greeted by what seems to be a 5-star hotel's reception area. The room is utterly massive with high ceilings that would rival a Renaissance church's cavernous belly. Its windows let no sunshine through and no fluorescent light bulbs fill up the pale glare. There are just low-hanging chandeliers and an array of green glass banker lamps, fading the room in burnt orange. Upholstered sofas and coffee tables dot the space like islands forming a winding path that leads to the room's distant depths. There, a woman stands behind a desk, flanked on each side by grillage elevators. A sharp machine gun clatter of her mechanical keyboard echoes across the room. You appreciate the old and analog, but Smyrna Corp's apparent fondness is downright ridiculous. Hopefully, the receptionist won't feel the same way about your subpar outfit. And I mean, I have depression, so adjust your crappy clothes and meekly approach. If you actually get this job, your first paycheck will be spent on a less humiliating shirt. The dim lighting becomes dimmer the farther you go, the thick shadows close in on you like claustrophobic walls. Wall-to-wall carpeting squishes under your feet and an unfamiliar ammonia aroma assails your flared nostrils. Whatever they use to clean the place smells stronger enough to double as a bioweapon, but still isn't enough to erase the lingering stench of cigarette smoke. The off-putting odor does suit the outdated decor, however. except for those unsettling sculptures carved into the room's concrete support pillars. Disturbing shapes that assail you from all sides, emerging from the shadows like pretentious interpretations of 21st century demons. 21st century? On your left, headless nude bodies are contorted in pain as veins sprout through their skin like a tree's sprawling roots. On your right, a bleak rendition of what you assume to be Babel's tower has been built out of steel girders, electrical wiring, and bones. Up ahead, you see human skulls whose sculpts have exploded, revealing interwoven helixes of DNA strands and binary code. Yeah, okay, there's a reason why this game is in text, because as images, this would not pass. What happened to good old-fashioned gargoyles? Unsettled by her surroundings, her eyes drift back to the woman working the reception desk. There are letters engraved in the wall above her, spelling out the slogan in twinkling silver font. Memoriae perpetuitas mutatio. Memory, perpetuity, change? Right? I don't know, let's Google that. Memoriae is memory, okay. Memory, eternity, change, right? What does this mean? Perpetuity, okay. Mutation should be changed. I could be wrong. Mutation. Okay, it's change. Okay, memory, eternity, change. You don't know much about corporate branding, let alone Smyrna Corp's specific suite of services. But you're not sure how effective that cryptic slogan might be. You hope your aunt's documents would have provided insight. Instead, they were mostly full of vapid statements about connecting modern business with industry-leading talent, or such variation of the standard corporate tripe. You wave hello to the receptionist, but she doesn't even flinch. Her gaze remains glazed over, wholly focused on her work. She's younger than you first thought. Maybe 30, likely not quite. Sickly pale with sleep-deprived bags under her eyes, each one darker than the acrylic of her tidy black turtleneck. Her hair is knotted into a dainty bun, her fingers devoid of polish or rings. They move across her keyboard like demented tap dancers. Wait, no, not her keyboard. Her typewriter. It's a really, really old one, made from brass, black plastic, and way too many moving parts. A relic from the 1800s that looks like it barely scraped through both world wars. And you thought your laptop was getting old. There's also a small desk bell glimmering on the counter. Maybe you should ring it. Press it. Ding. A pleasant ding resounds like clinking champagne glasses. The woman's head snaps forward as though it's struck by an electric shock. She flashes you a beaming, not quite pearl-white smile. Welcome to Smyrna Corp. Do you have an appointment? The words barely seep through the woman's gritted teeth. Her grin is so tight it hurts to watch. So how? Welcome to Smyrna Corp. Do you have an appointment? But there's no trace of frustration. She's the dictionary definition of too friendly, made uncomfortably manifest. Unsettled, you stumble your way through an explanation of your aunt's referral. The receptionist replies with a nod, squinting as she reads the writing on her typewriter's latest sheet. Of course, we've been waiting for you. I'm afraid Mr. Burgard is running a little late this afternoon. He'll need a few more minutes until he's ready to speak with you. But you're more than welcome to peruse our visitor handbooks while waiting. She gestures to a set of nearby couches and a table chock full of company pamphlets. But you're more surprised to notice someone else already sitting there. A young man with a bitter look etched on his furrowed face. Could this be another applicant for the job? Shit. Your aunt never mentioned competition. And what if they turn out to be competent? You could be in big trouble. Your bleak musings are cut short by the receptionist's unpainted nails tapping at her name tag. I'm Melusine, by the way. I'll call you as soon as Mr. Burger becomes available. In the meantime, please let me know if you have any questions. Melusine is this is the name of a nymph, right? Melusine. It's a figure. Oh, it's a water spirit. Okay. With a grateful, albeit embarrassed nod, you walk away and slump into an old-fashioned sofa, Melusine's rickety typewriter clacking away once more. The couch's cushions feel quite stiff, or maybe your stress-clenched back does. Considering the ferocious stare-down you're receiving from the stranger seated across you, it could very well be the latter. The steady tick of a vintage clock draws your gaze, its hand point in opposite directions. 3:42 p.m. 18 minutes left. Good thing you came early. You still have time to prepare before your interview, but probably not enough to do everything you want. You'll have to decide where to spend it carefully. Everything will make me nervous. Read a magazine. The publication's pages are so old and withered they're practically illegible. The ink used to print each article has washed out and faded with age. The only thing you can still make sense of is an old-fashioned advertisement of rather suspicious cleaning product. You've acquired Screen Clean. What the fuck is Screen Clean? Do I not have it yet? Notes? Choose Scream Clean. Serial killer tested. Smyrna Corp approved. Scream Clean will clean mean, and when you dream, your dream team goes off the beam and or threatens to become an unfortunate meme. When you clean mean, it's only a power cleaner like Scream Clean that can raid the plasma and wilt the clot and gore away from your floor. This pioneering product is all-purpose and destroys all parties while delighting your nasal passages with its nostalgic KGB meets chlorine whiff. Want to empty your kitchen of overstaying visitors? Just squirt Scream Clean. If you say it fast, it sounds like Screen Clean, and in their confusion, your guests will either vacate or ask for the wireless passcode. Our friend and problem solver, Mrs. Pushy Progress, says, "Careful! Don't confuse your bottle and your downloadable, but if you combine them, both are effective." Mrs. Pushy Progress explains to all her kitchen warriors, "Listen, when a crime scene is entered, we look at the blood spray and stain patterns. We want footprints. We want directions and evidence. Scream Clean can get you there first. Need to hide something? Perhaps a body or a limb? A dead bunny or an upset tummy? Scream Clean it. We aren't sure you need us to tell you that just 2 squirts and that inconvenient body or pile of old stew will begin dissolving. Cover the stains and there will be no recovering any evidence of what took place. Blood is the first strip to go." Have you ever done it on the drink last night? Made a puzzle, smelly trouble, accidentally murder a friend or a cousin, either virtually or literally? Shh, bish, bish. Dissolve, defeat, disappear. Worried about your phone the day after the night before? Fear not, for Screen Clean's virtual and bossy twin, Screen Clean, can disappear the downloads. Farewell lazy pixels, you'll track no scent nor vent nor vine. Our Screen Clean version of Screen Clean will clean up your hard drive, also ensuring no blood splatters or embarrassing photos will make it onto the cloud. If it's a virtual blunder, a few pushes and all will be removed. Say goodbye to gut rot and disguises, but before anything happens, prospect that badness. Future-proof all your ugliest intentions. With Scream Clean and Screen Clean, you'll clean mean. Each product sold separately. Well, we learned something new about the company we're applying to. Okay, pamphlets. You snatch a brochure that seems to cover the most interesting topics, hoping it'll contain some hints about your future 9 to 5. Welcome to Smyrna Corp, your guide towards success in a post-truth future. Founded in the year by psychotherapist Gertrude Borodin, what began as a non-profit humane society quickly evolved into a multinational conglomerate with employees. Today, Smyrna Corp is everywhere. We work for your local governments, your most prestigious universities, the telecommunication services you use to keep in touch with loved ones. Everything we do to protect the most precious resource, people like you. Our commitments. Smyrna Corp is dedicated to providing custom human resource and recruitment solutions for businesses of all sizes. Using our revolutionary evaluation processes, we assign the person who's right for you at the right time and the right place. Guaranteed every time. What are you waiting for? Embrace the change today. I I understood nothing. You're mildly disgusted by the amount of insipid buzzwords featured on each page. The whole thing reeks of hyperbole with a lesser whiff of self-congratulation. But at least it was somewhat informative. Plus, this company seems way more prestigious than you expected. The salaries must be pretty decent. 3:51 p.m. We still have a few minutes left, maybe enough to extract information from one of the other people in the room. Alright, let's go, Melusine. I don't want to talk to the angry man. Despite her extreme fatigue and even extremer stress levels, the woman definitely seemed eager to lend a hand. And what better way is there to learn about your new workplace than to ask the person who's paid to greet visitors? You return to the reception desk with an awkward wave, embarrassed to be disrupting the receptionist's work so soon after leaving. Yet rather than appear annoyed, the woman who looks up from her typewriter with a sigh of relief, the air seeping through her vice-tight teeth with a shrill tea kettle whistle. Hello again. I take it you have a few questions for me? As disclaimer, please be advised that Smyrna Corp staff cannot disclose any confidential information to members of the public. Therefore, while I'll respond to your queries to the best of my ability, there may be certain details I'm forbidden to discuss. Thank you in advance for understanding. The uneasy first impression Melusine gave you worsens every word she speaks. Not just because she keeps talking without blinking her bloodshot eyes or unclenching her goddamn jaw. Even though the receptionist's responses seem professional, and her tone perfectly jovial, something about her speech pattern feels rigidly urgent, almost like she's reading the words off a script with a gun pressed to the back of her head, not thanking you for understanding, but begging you to. Is she scared of getting in trouble by letting something sensitive slip? Or is she trying to secretly warn you about the office's working conditions? So, what would you like to know? How stressful is it? Or how to ace the interview? I think the answer is it's really, really stressful. It's not like you want to land Melusine in hot water. But you flop too many job opportunities by playing nice. You need every edge you can get to earn a steady paycheck. The woman looks startled by her question, her grin tightening even more as she mulls over her response. You suddenly realize her teeth are strangely flat as though worn down by years of grinding. Well, the best advice I have for any candidate is just be yourself. Oh, this is a cop-out answer. Smyrna Corp prides itself on the diversity of creeds, cultures, and ideas, combing to form its rich, thriving workforce. But, regarding Mr. Burkhardt, he's a man who, highly values those capable of following rules. Our work involves a lot of private information and non-disclosure agreements, you see. It's very, very important that you respect any directive he gives you and answer all his questions honestly. Not exactly a riveting revelation. You gently urge Melusine to tell you more, hinting at just how life-changing this job could be for you. It doesn't take much exaggeration to embellish that truth. At first, the receptionist remains unfazed by your blubbering pleas, but then her tense expression softens, revealing an unexpected melancholy. What kind of world would you rather live in? A utopia where no one is allowed to be different, or a dystopia where people can remain unique? A world where no one can be themselves sounds like the real dystopia. I'm not gonna lie here. For a brief moment, you see Melusine's tight smile waver, her tired eyes suddenly twinkling with pleasant surprise. Even her voice loses its formal stiffness as she speaks with a comforted sigh. Yeah, I think the world would be better if more people thought that way too. You wonder if this is what the Sansons really look like, with her happiness when her happiness is genuine. But you do not get the chance to wonder for long. As quickly as it vanished, the forced smile returns, the receptionist's insomnia darkened eyelids flutter, blinking away her own unexpected vulnerability. Her teeth grind together, scared that she shared something that could land her in trouble. Sorry about that. Seems my mind has been wandering from lack of sleep. I've had long work shifts lately. Now, while I share your opinion, I think you should refrain from voicing such problematic interpretations of human society to Mr. Burgert. He highly values doing things by the book, you see. So be sure to remain as conservative and as considerate as possible during his post-interview evaluation. Uh-oh. Evaluation? Your aunt didn't tell you to prepare for anything like that. Panic must be plainly written on your face because the receptionist is quick to hush you the same way one would a skittish horse.
Mitagamoko.
No need to be afraid. The fact that you're here to begin with means there's practically no way you could actually fail the exam. Just try to please Mr. Burgard and everything should go just fine.
Anapaoki.
But, if I could give one word of warning, be very careful with your answers. The questions you're given might seem fairly pointless at first, but their consequences are very real. Depending on what you say, innocent people could... Oh, tut. No spoiling the surprise, Miss Saint-Saëns. I have no idea how to pronounce her name, by the way. I think it's Saint-Saëns? Saint-Saëns. The booming voice rumbles across the reception room and Melusine stiffens as though struck by lightning. Clenching her smile tighter than ever, her heels click together like a soldier awaiting inspection. Another click is heard behind you as the angry stranger on the couch stiffens the same way. Your reaction makes no sense until you turn to face the voice, and then you go rigid with awestruck shock. Standing in front of the elevator is, without exaggeration, the most massive man you've ever seen. He's taller than a fridge, twice as wide, and perhaps thrice as heavy. The pure white of his immaculate dentistry contrasts with his dark skin, which reflects the room's dim light like a finely chiseled onyx. You need the perfectly tailored patterns of his elegant tweed suit. Muscles shift with every breath, threatening to burst through the seams. His pale blue eyes focus on you as he speaks with a voice like velvet thunder. I can't do that voice. My humble apologies for interrupting your enthralling conversation, friend. Our dear Melusine is sometimes a little careless when it comes to discussing confidential company matters, but I'll gladly sate your curiosity in her stead during our interview. Interview? Huh. This must be Mr. Burgard, your soon-to-be boss, lock willing. The ding of an elevator is suddenly heard and one of the grillage doors by the reception desk creaks open. The tweed behemoth sidles his way into the shaft, packed together than tuna in a too small can. He beckons you to join him with a bratwurst thick finger. Come on now, we're already behind schedule and can't afford any more delays. What's more, I frankly cannot wait to discuss your future with us here in Smyrna Corp. Holy shit, he thinks you have a future. In that moment, Mr. Burgard's big beaming smile is the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. Thank him and slip into the elevator. No need to be embarrassed, happens all the time. And no need for all this Mr. Burgard business either. First name basis is fine by me. Before the elevator can snapshot, someone opens their mouth and screams, Abuya! Wait! Oh, his name is Emiliano Aguilar. The angry-looking man you were worrying about suddenly drops to his knees, hands held together in prayer. Any aura of danger that once clung to him has been dispelled by his blubbering supplication. Sir, I'm begging you. Just give me another chance. I swear. I'll do anything. Unpaid overtime. I'll work weekends. I'll kiss your goddamn shoes if I have to. Just please, don't replace me. Mr. Burgard's only reply is a disappointed sigh. Bright white smile wavers. Intangible contempt taints his otherwise welcoming tone. Mr. Aguilar, you've had more second chances than I can count, and displaying such undignified desperation in front of a candidate set to take over your position is not an endearing choice. Frankly, there's nothing more I can do or want to do for you beyond offering the standard company-issued severance package. Oh, shit. This is the problem, employee. Your aunt was talking about, the lamb being brought to the slaughter. Also, you can survive on the paycheck they used to have. Part of you feels guilty considering how desperate the stranger seems about being laid off, but another part is grateful that your predecessor seems to be such a mess. Maybe getting hired here will be easier than you first thought. Either way, Mr. Burgard's words have the effect of an ice pick through the heart. Your maybe future boss clicks his tongue, more disappointed than disturbed. Turns to give Melusine a firm look and firmer orders. Miss Saint-Saëns, please ensure our former staffer behaves until his offboarding is complete. Will you? I will attend to him once I'm done with our guest. The tired woman gives a nervous nod, rushing back to her typewriter as if nothing happened. The clacking keys are now punctuated by tears of a grown man. Abuya thumbs a few buttons and the elevator doors finally slide shut. Through cracks in the grillage gates, you see the receptionist giving you a small wave, mouthing a worrisome farewell.
Tagamoko.
Good luck! Before you decide whether she was cheering you on or trying to warn you, the floor lurches downwards. Chapter complete. Proceed to the interview. What have we gained from this chapter? Oh, we have an old cell phone. We still have clinical depression. Yippee! I guess we have the floor layout, the building, and we have screen clean. Fellow Scene Sound Sons, fellow Smyrna Corp employee, Obuya Burgard, and Emiliano Aguilar. The interview. After descending a short way, the elevator slows to a crawl, then comes to a complete stop, groaning under the combined mass of its unevenly weighted passengers. For a moment, you worry the cables have jammed. Clearing his throat, Mr. Burgard reaches over your shoulder and points to the lift's control panel.
Notice, Amini.
Would you do me the honor of entering our meeting room access password? If you're going to be working here, you may as well learn how to travel across the office. Just type in whatever the fuck those means. I think those are Greek letters. I could be wrong. The last one is theta, right? The middle is pi. I don't know the other two. If you please. Oh, and no need to be so too brusque about it. Precision matters more than speed with these old doodads. I also can't read that. So good job. Armor? First the hooky one. Theta. The interviewer chuckles as he watches you fiddle with the eclectic symbols, amused by your apparent unfamiliarity. No doubt he's used to employees entering these combinations with the routine deafness of jaded shoppers typing in their PIN numbers during credit card transactions. You're still not sure why he's making you type the password in, nor why the elevator uses passwords in the first place. Wouldn't keycards be easier, or normal numbers at least? Regardless, as the last button clicks into place, the elevator resumes its descent into an increased momentum, plunging down into the earth with no signs of stopping. After almost 20 seconds, you wonder if it's heading to the plant's core. I think he's Kenyan.
Gawona Kimo.
You'll have to beg my pardon for the sluggishness. I've petitioned to have this thing replaced, but the encryptology department refuses to let us invest in newer models. Potential security risks, or so they claim. Boogeyman hogwash, I said. An upgrade has been long overdue. Maybe once our deal with Radium finally goes through, they'll be a bit more welcoming of true progress, eh? You nod along politely, pretending to understand what he means. You're unsure the display looks convincing. But still, by the sounds of it, you'll be stuck here for a while. How do you kill time? Look at the buttons. They're weird. Squinting at the control panel, you try making sense of the assorted icons decorating each key, trying to intuit the twisted logic of linking them together. There must be some rationale informing the design of these peculiar passcodes. Pa, 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 pa. Unfortunately, the longer you look at it, the less you understand what the pi symbol and the Greek omega have to do with any of the scribbles you've never seen before. The bout of mental gymnastics required to, oh yeah, that's omega, to even attempt drawing a clear pattern leaves you with a nagging headache. At least you can remember the password Obuya gave you. In the end, you're so focused on decoding the secret between Smyrna Corp's buttons that you're startled by Burgard.
Oh, me baden.
I hope you're as excited for this interview as I am, friend. At the risk of sounding biased, I have very high expectations for you.
Adrobonica.
The woman who recommended you for this position, your aunt, I believe, she had nothing but great things to
Notice,
say.
Amini.
She assured me you were an extremely positive person with a permanent can-do attitude and exceptional emotional resilience. Auntie, I have the opposite of that. I have clinical depression, but okay. And that's exactly the kind of person we need more of here at Smyrna Corp. You answered the giant's compliment with an awkward chuckle. Internally, however, you are screaming. You knew your aunt was bound to lie in order to guarantee an interview, but But you could have picked something more fitting for a clinically depressed shut-in who can't afford their own prescription. As you force yourself to smile through the impending panic attack, the elevator comes to a grinding halt, its grillage door sliding open. Alright, let's get out.
Kudo Mijaji.
Welcome to my humble office. Ah, so that's what this place is. An office wouldn't have been your first guess. The rectangular space before you is reminiscent of an oversized police interrogation room. The walls are painted glossy black, glistening in the sepia glow of a low-hanging ceiling lamp. And if it weren't for the obvious two-way mirror on the back, the room would have appeared infinite size, boundless expanse of inky shadow extending in every direction. A single desk sits at the room's center, made from a block of carved mahogany. Coffee-stained paperwork covers its surfaces like some madman's wallpaper, and countless colored wires sprawl across the floor, as though the varnished wood had somehow sprung electrical roots. Leather chairs fit to dwarf royal thrones loom over both ends of the table, no doubt custom-built to accommodate Mr. Burgard's colossal frame. The behemoth briskly motions you to take a seat, but you sink so far into the plush leather, it feels more like the seat takes you. Prying yourself out of the comfortable depths, your eyes turn to the sparse assortment of unusual baubles decorating the table's corners. On this side, there's an antique candlestick phone whose mouthpiece is made to look like a large roosting bat. But that's weird. On that side, there's an old-fashioned record player adorned with a gaudily gilded Smyrna logo. In front of you, there's a nameplate engraved with two words, Obuya Burgard, Senior Substitution Department with the words Obuya Burgard, Senior Substitution Department Supervisor. Substitution Department? And scattered all over the place, there are piles of VHS cassettes, each labeled with tags written in Latin, Farsi, or in ancient Greece. The item that perplexes you the most, however, is an old vinyl record snugly wrapped in the yellow Keep Out tape. Mr. Burgard notes your interest with an amused arch of his brow.
Gawona
You
Kimo.
wouldn't happen to be a fan of jazz, would you? I fucking love jazz, to be honest. Obuya's smile can grow no bigger, but it certainly shines brighter upon hearing your enthusiastic answer.
Notisamini.
Well then, I'm quite excited to find out what a fellow connoisseur will think of this particular gem. Carefully placing the confidential vinyl into an old record player, Mr. Burgard lowers the needle and bids you to listen. A strange, somber soundscape slowly fills the office with a blues-inspired rhythm. It can't quite compare to anything you've heard before. It's not appalling, per se, but it's perhaps a little messy and eerie enough to make you uncomfortable. The duet voices of a man and a woman muttering warbled lyrics only adds to the strangeness. No! It's AI jazz! You can't make out a word they're saying except for the chorus verse. Let's call the whole thing off.
Notisamini.
Gina and Herschel Gershwin. Twins, if you're wondering. Not a couple despite all the turbulent rumors that once surrounded their odd relationship. I've never met them myself, but I do know they could have been bigger than the Beatles back in the band's heyday. The biggest case of my career was making sure they wouldn't be, and I always found it tragic that only one of the records was left intact in the world. Though I also feel quite lucky to be the man who owns it. Few will ever have the privilege of hearing such avant-garde work. You utter a few admirative oohs and ahs, feigning interest to conceal your perplexity. What does a human resource company have to do with ruining musicians' careers? And how could a Booyah be employed, let alone alive, during the birth years of rock and roll? He's not that old, is he? Before you can scrutinize the man's non-existent wrinkles, he promptly clears the stray documents from his desk, making space for a repulsively familiar sheet of paper. Your loathsome fucking resume laid bare for the world to gawk at. God, you're sick of seeing that thing. Abuya interlaces his fingers, pale eyes darkening into a severe state. You suddenly find yourself keenly aware of just how dangerous the man could be, should he choose to embrace violence over verbal repartee.
Samogeto.
Time to begin our little interview. I'll be asking you a series of questions. Some will appear rather peculiar, others rather innocuous. They may be difficult to answer at times, as you've not been made fully aware of your position or of Smyrna Corp's company goals. However, I still request that you provide honest and instinctive responses. Regardless of context, they'll give us a better idea of the role you'll be assigned during your time among us. Among us? Among us. Wait, you have to ace an interview before being told about the job you're applying for? What a mess. Either Smyrna Corp has an unintuitive hiring process, or their non disclosure agreements are so incestuously interwoven no one can get any work done without being strangled by red tape. Still, Obuya's words make one thing clear. The only way you'll get hired and to earn a salary to pay the rent you owe is by acing this goddamn interview no matter what it takes. Alright, let's go. Let's make him believe that we're gonna tell him the truth. Let's get started.
Baden.
A runway locomotive is barreling down a set of railroad tracks at uncontrollable speeds. In its path lay 5 people tied down and unable to move. If nothing is done, the locomotive will surely crush them and end their lives in an instant. You stand in a train yard next to a large lever. You know that if you pull it, the locomotive will divert its course onto a separate track. However, this will cause it to crush a different person who is also tied down to the alternate path. How do you ensure all 6 people escape this tragedy alive? Well, that's not quite the where do you see yourself in 5 years shtick you're used to. How the hell are you supposed to respond? Assume that you can operate the lever. You might also remotely trigger emergency brakes. You have fast deft hands, untie everyone before the train arrives. Dodge the question by discussing other ethical conundrums and how they expose moral biases. I could probably just say there's brakes, right? You're not exactly the foremost authority in train your technological advances, but you're pretty sure conductors have developed multiple automated and manual failsafes specifically to prevent cartoonish catastrophes like these. If not, you have $1 billion pitch.
Tome Baden.
That's an impressively refreshing answer. Although, to be candid, many representatives in other departments would strongly agree with your technology based solution. The Tweed Behemoth gestures to the yellowing documents strewn about his desk and the baubles at its corners. All of them appear ancient enough to have been stolen from an unsuspecting museum's oldest shelves.
Kudo Mijaji.
Smyrna Corp was built on a simple idea that humankind's potential must not become entrapped by progress's false promises of privacy. Efficiency is no excuse to discard anonymous practicality. Our old hat philosophies and reliance on archaic devices have kept this company on the path of success for decades. But the world is changing, and we cannot remain blind to the additional insights technology can provide.
Gawona Kimo.
After all, how can we think outside the box if we lack the tools to grasp how big the box has become? Especially in our ever so chaotic digital era. I'm not sure how to respond to that, let alone how it applies to human resources. But you still managed to stammer out some words of agreement which hopefully imply you were thinking the
Kudo
same thing.
Mijaji.
TP, I have technological literacy. Can you kindly rephrase your greatest flaw so it sounds like your greatest strength?
Agrobonica.
Be advised. I do not want to hear of any of that cowardly. I'm too much of a perfectionist, or I'm a huge workaholic claptrap most people use to make themselves sound flawless. I want a proper, blameworthy weakness configured into a proper, praiseworthy strength. Understood? I forgot what I said in this. I think I said I have fucking ADHD. The behemoth leans forward and the room's darkness looms with him. Both close in and around you like the walls of solitary confinement cell or the rope of an eager hangman's noose. Better think of something good. Uh, you know what? I'm gonna continue to min max social because I don't chat with coworkers and I don't solve problems with Braun. Let's be real. I browse TikTok on work. The world is a volatile place, and not just politically. Advancements in computing are constantly revolutionizing the way we interact as a species on a daily basis. But staying informed online allows you to adapt or even thrive despite those changes. It has nothing to do with the fact that you have a mild internet addiction.
Tome Baden.
A wonderful response, if I do say so myself. Too often do our underperforming employees fail to consider the context in which our clients are placed or the negative consequences a seemingly positive decision could have long term. A data-driven, future-facing perspective such as yours could prevent excessive occurrences of such common issues.
Ajobonica.
Furthermore, in light of our upcoming partnership with Radium Inc., your familiarity with modern technology shall prove an invaluable asset for onboarding our, shall we say, older-fashioned staffers. No kidding. If he means the kind of staffers that work on typewriters instead of laptops, you're practically need an on-call doctor to keep them from having heart attacks once you teach them touchscreens exist. Snickering under your breath, you prepare yourself to answer Mr. Burger's following question.
Gawona Kimo.
Oh my god, I'm so tech savvy. I'm so tech savvy, motherfuckers. There's movement. No! No. I didn't. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. Oh well. Regarding your schooling, I would like for you to, well, could you just explain the, goodness, how do I phrase this delicately? The behemoth's words trail into mumbles, his velvet thunder voice degrading into something more akin to a bumblebee stuck in a big dog's mouth. His blue eyes dart between you and the paper's underwhelming bullet points with increasingly disgusted concern, as though finally noticing what kind of unemployable aberration has stepped into this building. It's an unfortunate common reaction for anyone who reads your CV. The singers on the record players shout a loud suggestion to just call the whole thing off. Their advice, for better or worse, goes unheeded.
Samogeto.
Well, at the risk of sounding insensitive, I truly appreciate some insight regarding your academic background. How do you believe a workplace of our natures could benefit from hiring someone with such a dubiously incompatible in education? He begins sweating bullets. Big bullets. The kind of caliber robot cops must use in action movies from the 80s. Of course, it was going to come down to this. No matter how dearly you wish it were possible, you can't magically go back in time and study something more prestigious for today's job market. Real. But you might be able to describe your weird diploma in a way that makes a strikingly employable impression. Creative writing. Oh, you studied child psychology. You're good at reading people and creating emotional rapport. Let's go. This is the closest thing. You're unsure what kind of services Myrna Corps really offers, but there's no doubt social sciences could come in handy with human resources. This is the closest one to, like, what I actually do. By honing your communication skills and providing extra insight into people's personality quirks, your schooling should prove useful in dealing with clients and coworkers. You discuss some of the intricacies of your most memorable seminars, specifically those concerning mental development and lingering infant trauma, known to emerge decades later, examples of how early experiences inform otherwise incoherent attitudes among grown adults. Mr. Burgard's concern mellows into curiosity with every passing explanation, then, as your story concludes, he regards you with outright admiration.
Gawona Kimo.
I cannot even begin to explain how often our Smyrna Corps representatives fail to consider the significance of formative experiences when it comes to mapping out an individual's psyche. Childhood memories are often overlooked, yet integral in determining the root cause of a client's wants, fears, or failings. And in our most extreme cases, identifying those root causes is utterly essential to succeed.
Kudobijaji.
The fact that you have such a thoughtful and informed perspective before starting your first day, no less, is truly, truly incredible. Correcting human behavior is a complicated, multi-layered process, but your pre-existing awareness of that fact will be a major asset. His flattery sends swarms of butterflies fluttering about your stomach. It's been a while since you last received such a compliment, let alone felt actual pride in yourself. As opposed to the usual undercurrent of exhausted shame, ironically, a therapist would probably have questions for you about that.
Kimo.
Yippee! I have acquired child psychology specialization and social aptitude. Anywho, I believe that concludes our questionnaire for today. As for your results, the man's enormous fingers crumple your CV into a ball and toss it aside. It bounces across the wire-laden floor, disappearing into an inky corner of the abyssal room. Your chest tightens. Panic swells. Catastrophic scenarios and thoughts of crushing failure explode throughout your head. A boyish beaming smile diffuses them all.
Notisamini.
To tell you the truth, this little meeting of ours was nothing more than a corporate mandated formality. Between your aunt's glowing recommendation and the fact that you showed up to our office in such short notice, I know from the very start that I'd be wanting you on board. After this discussion, I am pleased to announce that my hunch has been confirmed, and I'm most pleased to be extending you a permanent employment offer. Permanent? That's permanent? So I'm here forever. I'm here forever. I pinch myself.
Yawona Kimo.
No need to look so bewildered. It can't be the first time someone's been impressed by your skills.
Notisamini.
Our exchange has revealed that you're an incredibly resourceful and technologically savvy individual able to employ every tool at your disposal to its utmost potential. When faced with technical issues, a need for urgent repairs, or complex procedures involving Smyrna Corp's devices, I have no doubt you'll be quick to adapt, thriving where others would flounder. I am not your IT department. I just know how to use the internet. There's a risk your focus on cutting edge may cause you to lose sight of the human element in certain situations, but your addition to our ranks as a technician would be an unquestionable benefit.
Yawona Kimo.
So, would you deem my interpretation of your aptitudes accurate, or have I misconstrued the content of your character? Yeah. You know what? Sure. Well then, let's circle back to the top. Oh my god, okay. Let's go for dodge the question. Ethical conundrums. I'm gonna min-max social. I'm gonna say it's social aptitude. And then browse social media. Let's not. And then child psych. Our exchange has revealed your individual exceptional interpersonal acuity, a sharp mind with an even sharper intuition, honed by keen intelligence and earnest empathy. I wouldn't be surprised to learn you're skilled at talking yourself out of trouble or persuading folks to see things your way, regardless of where the truth may lie. Of course, you'll sometimes face scenarios where social deduction and charisma will prove insufficient, but I see a bright future for you at Smyrna Corp, managing our most prestigious and precarious operations. You know what? Sure. Good to know. Very good indeed. In that case, I'll nudge the administration to start producing your contract. I'll unfortunately have to remain cagey about some details, such as workplace tasks or starting salary, until all the legal hoopla has been sorted. But assuming you care to accept a generous starting offer, please allow me to informally welcome you as the newest member of Smyrna Corp. I look forward to reviewing your performance. Holy shit. It's actually happening. You're going to have a job. You're going to have money, enough of it to pay rent, keep a roof over your head, eat food, anything. Oh, cry and tell him how grateful we are. Abuya does not answer your appreciation with words. Rather, he reaches forward, leaning towards your hand, the way something in the tall grass would stalk towards unaware prey. Instincts tell you to pull away, but the behemoth's pounce comes too quickly. Before you can react, your entire hand is engulfed with a fist the size of a ripe cantaloupe. Almost instantly, something begins to feeling terribly, terribly wrong. Despite Mr. Burger's pure white smile, it feels as though your new boss is trying to leave you crippled from the wrist down. Knuckles crunch, folding in on each other. Metacarpals squeak and whine, articular cartilages between them both crumble in collagen sand. But all that pain is nothing next to the sharp stabbing agony suddenly shooting through your palm. You cried out in pain, begged Burger to let go, fight to pry your fingers free, but the giant's grip is iron and deaf to your complaints. If anything, he squeezes harder. The needlepoint pain inside your hand sinks even deeper, deep enough for you to think it might pierce the whole way through, deep enough for you to wonder if it could somehow kill you. Your jaw unhinges to let out a scream. Before a single sound comes through, Mr. Burger lets you go free with an innocent-sounding, "Oops." Dearie me, I was a tad too firm there, wasn't I? Beg pardon, friend. I tend to forget my own strength sometimes. My hand is fucked. The tweed behemoth lets out an earnest, apologetic chuckle. You force yourself to chuckle back, but the laughter takes tremendous effort. It's hard to buy his excuse, no matter how believable it may be. Panicked, you palpitate your palm and numb fingers. You palpate your palm and numb fingers, searching for any scars left by the thing that was drilling through your flesh. There's no wound. No torn skin, no deep cuts, not even mild bruising. You don't even feel the pain anymore. All you find is a single bead of bright red blood, no bigger than a pinhead. You wipe it away, frantically seeking what lurks beneath. It is warm to the touch and leaves a scarlet smear across your skin like a painter's brush. But there's no sign of where the paint has come from. No wound, no scar. There could be some swelling, but it's faint enough to make you suspect the bulge isn't really there. Maybe, just maybe, it was all in your head. Is this someone else's blood? Is it his blood? From one of this desk's drawers, Mr. Burgard withdraws a slab of metal the size of a stovetop. At first, you assume it's a tablet device custom built to feed the tweed giant's fingers and resist their vice-like strength, or perhaps a turntable meant for an aspiring DJ painted on drab colors. A closer look reveals something older and chunkier, made of gray aluminum and solid beige plastics. Blinking buttons, flickable switches, knobs, and sliders of all kinds decorated. It's a Steam Deck. It's a Stream Deck. It's a Stream Deck. Decorate its crowded surface with a cluttered interface too complex to grasp at a glance. Despite your fondness for outdated tech, you cannot tell what kind of machine this is or for what purpose it's meant to serve. Your best guess is an old movie prop stolen from the studio set of a sci-fi film from the 1950s, and not necessarily a good sci-fi film. Mr. Burgert bends over to grab heaping handfuls of wires off the messy floor. Seemingly at random, he sorts through dozens of them at a time, plugging only a paltry few into this device outlets.
Ajobonica.
Now that the pleasantries are finally done with, I suggest we proceed to the evaluation portion of our exchange. Aha, you were what? There's an evaluation? Ah, shit. The behemoth appears taken aback by your expected nod, but it's even more surprised by the nervousness of your lousy poker face can't conceal. Though you were told to expect a test, you were also warned to be wary. And you're not particularly excited to find out what that machine has to do with it.
Udobijaji.
Come now, don't be so agitated. I've already agreed to hire you. It's not like I'll be terminating your employment before your first probationary milestone.
Ajobonica.
The format of this evaluation will be similar to our open-ended interview questionnaire, but this time I'll be presenting intentionally confusing scenarios that most Myrnacorp employees might enter during your day-to-day tasks. Your goal is to present solutions to each particular problem as you deem appropriate, regardless of how unconventional the suggestion may seem. Yet again, there are no wrong answers. Oh, there are definitely wrong answers, but I will tally your responses to determine how much supervision you'll require during onboarding.
Gawona Kimo.
I encourage honesty over making a good impression for both our sakes. Fuck, we're
Tome
fucked.
Baden.
We're fucked. It's dark now and we're fucked. Shall we get started? That's called the holding off, the record player begs over and over again. It seems to be stuck in place and skipping a few beats. Unfortunately, your body is also stuck in place, petrified in your plush chair, and your heart is skipping a few more beats. You give your sore hand a tight squeeze and hope the throbbing will stop soon. Yep, let's just go. Let's raw dog it.
Tome Baden.
Let's say, hypothetically, that you're supervising a group of employees from a different company. They hired you to isolate the source of their decreased productivity, then remedy the issue. It does not take long for you to identify the problem. One of their staff members is extremely troublesome. Giant pauses, uttering a disc of irritation. It seems he wasn't supposed to specify this mystery employee's gender. It's Emiliano, isn't it? This
Bonecade.
hypothetical individual has undeniably inadequate productivity level. They never meet bare minimum expectations. They lack punctuality, disrespect their colleagues, browse unsavory websites with company property. Instead of dedicating their limited work hours to completing overdue or urgent paperwork, their misconduct is continuous and condemnable.
Noticeably.
The employee has been given multiple warnings and provided with opportunities to improve their performance. Both have either failed or have been ignored. The client is contemplating firing the problematic worker, but are concerned that becoming understaffed during an especially critical moment of the fiscal quarter could jeopardize their most important deadlines. What do you think should be done to reestablish the client's baseline productivity? I'm not gonna do this. I'm not a narc. Talk to the person to understand the root of their poor behavior.
Gawona Kimo.
I knew your studies in formative psychology would prove useful. Even our most experienced technicians could benefit from your level of consideration. If one intends to map out the architecture of a complex adult mind, one must first start at the foundation set in childhood. Failing to do so only grants an incomplete picture of the person we're trying to change and leads to flawed interpretations of necessary corrections. The fact that you already take into account potential childhood trauma tells you understand this well.
Kudomichaji.
Thus, I predict minimal corrective oversight will be necessary when performing your first surgical override or psychological reconditioning. I jolly good stuff. The giant hums joyfully, fingers tap dancing across the buttons of his device with a series of distinctive clicks. Hold on. Did you just say you'll be performing surgery? Abuya completes his complex mechanical operation with a flourish of flashing lights and a sequence of high-pitched beeping. The machine's noises are loud but not startling, not compared to the other sound. It was faint at first, muffled, maybe distant, subtle enough to make you wonder if it's part of the record player's tune. But the longer you listen, the more unmistakable it becomes. Someone, somewhere, is screaming. Your nails dig into the armrest of your overlarge leather seat. Your eyes dart about the room, searching for the noise's source before landing on two-way mirror. And your own aghast reflection. It's coming from across the glass. You hold your breath and wait for the scream to rise up again, but there's only the record player's music. Music and the white noise buzz of Burgert's machine as he ahms you back to attention.
Baden.
If you are in need of a restroom, I can point you to the right direction. Otherwise, I'd ask for you to please complete this evaluation with a smidge less fidgeting. It negatively impacts our tool's acoustics. You like you didn't even hear it. That scream inside your head, just like the pain in your hand before, or maybe... Don't let him know, don't let him know, don't let him know, don't let him know, don't let him know. Assume it's the hand, assume it's the hand.
Ajobonica.
Now let's say, still hypothetically speaking, that our problem employee has a more specific shortcoming. He is utterly unwilling to be cooperative with one of his coworkers. Perhaps it's a matter of long-standing interpersonal friction. Oh, he gave up, that's a man. Originating from external sources. Perhaps there's a irreconcilable difference between them in terms of moral, political, and religious beliefs.
Ajobonica.
Regardless of exact circumstances, our floundering staffer has proven themselves incapable of playing nice with their high-performing teammate. This has resulted in a severe decline in both their productivity levels. Knowing we cannot relocate the problem employee to a new department nor displace the high-performing partner. How do we ensure the former collaborates with the latter despite the deeply rooted discord between them? Oh, I cannot ultimate frisbee. Principles are learned, not biologically dictated. Teach them new values. Okay, he's happy, he's happy.
Notisamini.
You're absolutely right. Too often do we believe people act in certain ways by default, as though personality and upbringing were immutable entities. But psychologically speaking, not only can anyone become anything, they can be made to become anything through tactical exposure to new perspectives. He's suggesting we're gaslighting. Aight, we're gaslighting. Gaslight girl bros. Oh, booyah. Individuals are the sum of environments and the ideas they've been exposed to, thus adding or subtracting experiences from that human equation alters their soul.
Ajobonica.
Unfortunately, there are times when the only solution to erase every belief a person holds dear and start over from nothing. But that's just part of the job description. We wouldn't be offering such competitive salaries if designing boutique psychological profiles were easy. What? What? Okay, they're screaming. A dull, wet, rhythmic thud. Once, twice, thrice you hear it. A little louder every time. Your eyes start about the room, looking for the noise's source. You find it staring back at you from across the two-way mirror, begging to be let out. Your mouth goes dry as it hangs open. Your fingers shake as you start to point. Then, without a word of warning, the thudding suddenly stops. All that remains is silence, and a message written in scarlet smears, a cry for help no one can answer. Abuya looks over his shoulder, seeing the thin red stain. You wait for him to react, to gasp, to even scream. All he's do is at it, annoyed.
Bonekaye.
I really need to put more pressure on that janitor. The soundproofing in here has been unacceptable as of late. With a more grouchy grumbling, he tweaks a couple of his device doorknobs as if nothing happened. Then, noticing your aghast expression, Furs his brows, not with concern, but
Notice
confusion.
Amini.
Is something the matter? You're hallucinating. I'm hallucinating. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Ajubonica.
Wonderful. I'm thrilled you're willing to be so cooperative despite these distractions. Now, regarding the conclusion of our conjunctural conundrum,
Yawona Kimo.
let's say, and I cannot stress this enough, our aforementioned staffer is hypothetically, how's the corpo? We're being gaslit, or we're being told that, oh, you know psychology, good job, good job. Well, that's great because we can use your skills to brainwash our employees. Isn't that nice? Brainwashing, yippee! That's what my child psychology degree is for. So there's a major data brain. Yeah, very corporate. You know, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're family here in Smyrna Corp. We're family. One with consequences that could spell disaster for their company and co-workers alike. The sensitive nature of this task requires them to exterminate or indefinitely debilitate any individuals who have witnessed this leak information so that they become incapable of further dissemination. For family. Co-op Corpus Op 102 pizza party. In that case, the information has only been accessed by two people, the employee's spouse and their prepubescent offspring. Are you telling me we need to
Baden.
kill them? Needless to say, our employees reluctant to perform their duty and exterminate these individuals. Have you considered just giving them pizza? The pizza is poison, but you know it's not too bad. Oh my god, I'm already considering poisoning the employee. However, if either family members remain alive, the company stands to lose everything. Furthermore, should they refuse to tie up these proverbial loose ends, you will be required to do so in their place as outlined in your Smyrna Corp contract that I have yet to read. In short, how do you ensure these targets perish as intended and that this data breach remains contained, regardless of this problematic employee's hesitation? Uh, Shit. Is there no? Okay, I don't have physical faculty. Wait, why do I not? Yeah, my physical faculty is one. My physical faculty is one. Also, I have clinical depression. Yippee! Just like in real life. And we have a child psychology specialization. Yay! I love child psychology specialization. Yay! Yippee! Yahoo! I think this guy might die. I think Emiliano Aguilar might fucking die. Um, let's just beg. Let's just beg. We shouldn't. This is very oppositional to the company's, ideals. Like company's beautiful, wonderful, not at all suspicious ideals. No, the good ideals. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. Beg the employee to go through with it. Credit where
Samogedo.
credit is due, you understand that what needs to be done and are willing to do in terms of practical suggestions. However, your response is sorely lacking. I'm afraid I'll have to deduct points for lack of foresight and a few more for allowing moral concerns to interfere with your analysis. Most of all, however, how dare I have moral concerns? I'm disappointed that you resort to such an obvious solution when just moments earlier you were able to offer a creative, bloodless alternative to my locomotive conundrum. Such inconsistency reflects poorly on your ability to perform under pressure. None of these I could have solved, by the way. Killing a few people to save many is nothing like the trolley problem. As your head hangs low with shame, your manager expression shifts. The strange machine before him warbles, its monitor finally displaying your evaluation style
Notice
results.
Amini.
Well, this is genuinely impressive. I had high hopes for you, but this exceeds even those anticipations by considerable leaps and bounds. Most of our employees needs months, if not years of training to properly optimize our procedures while foregoing all ethical concerns. For you to demonstrate such dedication to efficiency without needing orienteering, that tells me you're destined to make. I feel like I'm being gaslit. To accomplish great, terrible things at this company. Why I barely had to make adjustments to your doppelganger engineering suggestions. Huh? When did I suggest that? Huh? Unfazed by your panic or bafflement, Master Burgard reaches for a nearby candlestick phone. The mouthpiece's realistically macabre roosting bat design makes it seem like he's clutching a live pipistrel and shoving it against the cavern of his giant mouth. Oh, this means bat.
Notice Amini.
We're done here. You can show me them now. You can show them now. At the end of the line, a reply is chirped. Obuya hands you the phone and motions you to listen in. His pure white smile looks wide enough to tear his cheeks at the seams. Accept the phone. Hello? You gingerly seize the occult antique. It takes you a few tries to grasp how the winged mammal is meant to be held, and no even longer to hold the earpiece to your head. By the time you figure it out, you wish that you hadn't. The two-way glass at the back suddenly turns transparent, revealing yet another room with aesthetic contradictions and logical anomalies. You fight first. Your first urge is to scream. Your voice makes no sound. Perhaps your cries are deafened by whatever the fuck is going on. You want to look away, but you can't even blink. You stand before what seems to be a hospital operating room. Walls are adorned with a mix of dark wood panels and mounted stag heads, bathing in the sterile glow of circular fluorescent lamps. At the far back, you see the silhouette of two surgeons toiling behind a curtain, carving apart the skulls of their fully conscious, unsedated patients. You want to look away, can't even blink. There's just too much to take in. There's the patients themselves. They almost look like twins. Both have been tied down with belts onto their respective surgical tables. Both are men with tan skin, furrowed brows, and bloodshot stares. Both have the tops of their heads partially concealed by curtain, while the surgeon's silhouettes prod their scalps with forceps. Only one of them is screaming, as though that would be a mercy. And there's the surgeon's tools. Blood-stained aprons hanging from a wooden coat rack, while stainless steel surgical trays contain an assortment of gruesome devices. Bone saws, hand-cranked drills, and strangely hairy bone-white bowls glistening with dark red. Her stomach gurgles upon realizing they are sliced-off tops of human skulls. There's a television hanging from the ceiling. Boxy Technicolor units have been suspended above each patient's head. Crackling screens blast them with unrelenting montage of childhood videotape footage, warbled ECG readouts, brain scans, and news network broadcasts. Each man's eyelids are held open by metallic speculums, denying them the privilege of looking away. Is this what he's doing to the shit that I said about child psych? Alright. And then there's a woman taking notes. She stands with her back to you, jotting down observations on a clipboard as she studies each victim's distinct reactions. Though her shoulders are shaking, she writes with a steady hand. The muffled sounds of sawing slicing through bone threaten to make you throw up. But instead you feel your heart sink deep into that pit of nausea and realize something truly chilling. You recognize two of the people in that room. Oh, the patient is Emiliano Aguilar. Though his face is warped by fear and pain, there's no mistaking the angry stranger from the waiting room. And from across the two-way glass, he recognizes you as well. His shrieks turn into sob-choked pleas, his voice a feral shadow of the coarse drawl it once was.
Kimaleto ba?
You, please, tell them I'll change, tell them I'll do better. Just don't let them replace me. Melusine, I'm begging you can't do this to me. I have a His words are cut off by gurgling spasms, eyes rolling back into their sockets as the surgeon, silhouette behind him, cuts like something inside his head. Blood and brain matter splatters the curtain, hiding the worst of the scene. But the sound of squelching meat and bones still carry over the receiver. Yet, it's the other, calmer patient's voice that truly makes you nauseous. He doesn't just look like Emiliano, he sounds just like him. Exactly like him.
Bonematico.
You, please, tell them I will change. Tell them I'll do better. Just don't let them replace me. The lookalike's face remains impassive even as his exposed brain is prodded out with a hand-cranked drill. Yet the imitation of his neighbor's blood-curdling cries is perfect. Every nuance, every pause for breath, reenacted down to the finest detail. Better than any audio recording you could ever imagine, more immaculate than a simulacra that any man or machine should ever be capable of. It's so perfect, in fact, that you're no longer certain which is the real Emiliano.
Kimaleto ba?
Hey, Melusine, how was that? Am I laying the accent on too thick?
Medyo basoda.
Seems fine to me, but I'd recommend letting your voice crack once in a while. It's been known to happen when Mr. Aguilar is heavily inebriated, and considering his drinking disposition, that particular nuance will come up quite frequently.
Bonematico.
Gotcha. I've give it another go. Hey, pal, can you give me some fresh material to rehearse?
Bone mateku.
You're all a bunch of psychos, motherfucking heartless psychos. Emiliano sobs and howls himself retching as the surgeon hacking his cerebellum induces full body spasms. The other Emiliano merely clears his throat before howling much the same.
Jacoda.
You're all a bunch of psychos, motherfucking heartless psychos.
Bate
About that a bit better?
Mucha.
Considerably. I'll notify the post-op technicians to implant a few more speech impediment inducing memories and apply brain damage relative to Mr. Aguilar's alcoholism. That should iron out the last neurophysical kinks. What the fuck am I doing? Daughter Emiliano gives a firm thumbs up, leaning back to enjoy his lobotomy with the lackadaisy indulgence of an expert barber's scalp massage. Helicene turns to face the glass, her wide smile pulled painfully taut. She looks at you with tears and mascara streaking down her face, her grin seeming to cause more pain than either the patient's cerebral surgery. Oh, was there anything else you need to see me? You needed to see Mr. Burger. No, thank you, dear. That'll be all. Just wanted our new heart to get a better idea for the daily grind. But do let me know if we need to make adjustments to mediatic nutrition, will you? I'll be on standby. With a curt nod, the receptionist turns her back. You hear a click, then a dial tone. The patient's ceaseless screaming abruptly cuts off. Across the glass, Emiliano trashes with all his might. The sound of his screeching muted once again. So, what do you think? Pretend to be calm, curious, you can figure out what the hell is happening. Oh, we're fine. Gaslight. Mr. Burgert looks pleased as punched by your polite interest. A seismic laugh creeps upon his cavernous throat as he gestures to the two Emilianos. I'm glad you're coming to this with an open mind. I'm really scared of getting killed by this guy, okay? Most recruits get surprisingly antsy at this stage of proceedings. What you see here is the most common and the most heavenly patented human resource services Smyrna Corp provides. We replace troublesome members of society with specially trained, lab-raised actors that will live more efficient lives in our target space. And what's more, we've performed today's processes all according to your specifications. Your specifications? You had nothing to do with this. Unperturbed by your protest, Burgard motions to the silhouetted surgeons currently picking at both Emiliano's wet and naked craniums. First, as standard procedure, we have our doppelgangers undergo extensive surgeries. This ensures their size and appearance matches their target. However, we also perform highly precise neural excisions and hormonal dosing sessions to ensure both replacement and replacee have identical synaptic pathways. That means they'll share the same tastes, reflexes, and handicaps wherever applicable. In this case, we've altered proportions of the cortex related to all troublesome self-regulation behaviors Aguilar once used to cope with his childhood traumas. It was a wise suggestion of yours to address such foundational behavior-based shortcomings directly at their source. After completing his bleak announcement with a showman's tone, the giant points to the device on his desk. Its mirrored cables run across the floor and worm their way through the slits of the two-way glass, connecting the flashing televisions hanging above the patient's faces. Next, we bombard our subjects with doctored historical information and falsified childhood memory footage. Oh my god, we're Child Xavier from that Holocaust beam joke video in which he's just like, oh no. See, I'm turning the X-Men into better people by putting trauma into their brain so they stop being such fuckwits. All of like Magneto's World War II memories? Oh, I made that shit up. Wolverine fighting in every great American war made up just because he was being a dick. That was a video and a half. This will erase problematic attitudes and induce more desirable proclivities. This also extends to teaching new morals or religious beliefs, which you suggested should be done to treat extreme societal cases. And while Mr. Aguilar has held some rather distasteful political views at the core of his character, rest assured, oh my god, he's conservative now. We've replaced them with better values which align nicely with company interests. With an emphatic flourish, Abuya tweaks another one of his machine's many knobs. A television screen flickers, replacing its gruesome slideshow of warfare footage with pictures of a pastoral farm. The louder Emiliano squirms, then screeches. Finally, the tweed behemoth nods to Melusine, whose eyes glance between both her patients, taking notes whenever one of them imitates the other. The two are becoming increasingly impossible to tell apart.
Kudomijaji.
Last but not least, Miss Saint Saëns arguably has the most important task of all: quality assurance. You see, our procedure is human, not medical. Instinct trumps algorithm when it comes to understanding people. Thus, it's imperative for staffers with an eye for social cues to study the effects of non sedated lobotomies, particularly during back and forth exchanges between target and replacement. This allows us to adjust mediatic nutrition quickly and to identify overlooked flaws in body language, voice modulation, and personality. All this ensures our doppelgangers perform their jobs correctly.
Yamona Kimo.
Therefore, her approach needs to be thorough, targeted, and precise. She can't just bluntly remind these people of a singular, oversimplified goal. People are more complex than that. They have diverse emotions, abilities, experiences, and she who needs to ensure we change all of them to produce believable, concealable replacement. Holy shit. He wasn't lying. You may not have pulled the trigger, but you did help him load the gun. As you reel from the weight of revelation, Obuya holds up 3 fingers, one by one, curls them down.
Notisamini.
Physical rewiring, psychological reconditioning, social reintegration. These are the pillars upon which Myrna Corp substitution services are built. This is how we guarantee that tens and thousands of doppelgangers currently deployed by the public perform exactly as they must. It's how our company has controlled the course of human civilization for years upon years, steering it whatever direction our executives deem right. It's how the right people have shown up at the right times and the right places, how the wrong items and ideas have never appeared at inopportune occasions. And that's how you will help us do our job, regardless of which department you're ultimately assigned to.
Kudomijaji.
So, are there any further questions about your new job's responsibilities? Can I quit? Oh, why didn't my aunt tell me about this? Right? Right? Why? Why?
Notisamini.
Oh, I'm afraid your aunt was very aware of the procedure we conduct here. She's undergone one herself, after all. It's part of what makes her such an exceptional recruiter. But please, don't resent her for keeping so much sensitive info confidential. To borrow an expression, we have many fingers shoved up quite deep into a surprising amount of pies. The tweed behemoth spreads his arms, taking up a dramatic stance. His muscular limbs cast a vast, all-consuming shadow, much like the one his company must cast over the world.
Kudomijaji.
Societies, you see. Societies, you see what? Are merely sets of rules meant to control select populaces informed by means of moral codes and legislative threats. Histories are not but narratives parodying as objective fact, deterministically controlling the future by redefining the past. Economies are broad equations engineered to establish hierarchies and restrict freedoms indirectly. I'm taking notes. Our missive is to alter the evolution of all these entities everywhere in the world for the betterment of our species. This can mean overtuning governments with silent revolutions, establishing or destroying businesses to reroute the flow of wealth, even altering history in ways that force us to reinterpret the present.
Notisamini.
All the worlds are stage. Men and women, merely players. But Smyrna Corp is the playwright, casting every actor's role. Today, your role has been decided too. And if you care to keep a roof over your head, you should refrain from delivering a disappointing performance. Hi, Ashy. Thank you for the hydrate. I needed it because my boss just kind of manipulated me into giving him the solutions for lobotomy. We lobotomized the employee that we were replacing. I love corporations. I love capitalism. It's great. Amazing. Yippee capitalism. Yippee. Yippee capitalism. Yippee. Yippee capitalism. Yippee. Yippee capitalism. Yippee yippee capitalism. Yippee capitalism. Yippee capitalism. Aww. The giant's index finger prods your chest as he speaks. Each tap is like a bullet thudding against a Kevlar vest. I understand why this like game is text based now because there is no fucking way in hell the visuals for this game would be approved. No way. No way in hell. It would be too gruesome. Books are great. Across the mirror, Emiliano screams as though he felt those gunshots too. His cries an ode to the dark future that awaits you. A future of perpetual, inescapable servitude. Yeah, I need the money though. I need the money.
Notice a minute.
Wonderful, but be advised you'll need to perform very well for a very long time if you intend your time with us to be temporary. After all, we've already signed our first contract and its strictest clauses do not expire anytime soon. The man's pale eyes drift towards your hand, the one that you thought was bleeding. Looking into your palm, you realize the hunch was fully justified because something did pierce it. There's a lump beneath the skin. Small, subtle, rectangular protrusion you hadn't noticed until now. Probably because it wasn't flashing, let alone making such an obnoxious sound.
A Jubonica.
This, my friend, is what we refer to as a non-disclosure microchip. A brand new addition to our confidentiality policy. I'm doing my best. Specially designed by our future partners at Radium Inc. This serves as an ID to access all our offices, but also as an employee loyalty failsafe. Should you ever emit brain activity associated with treason, holy shit, I'll be arrested for thought crimes. Authorized divulgation of confidential data or any such nasty businesses, the chip will emit a warning sign. Should the warning go unheeded, a lethal dose of Bordinium-210 will be discharged, a nigh untraceable radioactive toxic isotope capable of inducing total organ shutdown within seconds. In other words, lest you care to experience a particularly messy demise, I suggest you remain on your best behavior until you die of natural causes. You have acquired non-disclosure microchip. The microchip starts beeping faster till it matches the demented tempo of your beating heart. No telling which of the two is about to explode first. The signal is interrupted by Mr. Berger ticking as he checks his belt-sized watch. Dear me, seems I lost track of time. Other appointments beckon. I'm afraid our meeting is at an end. You'd best return home and get plenty of rest. You'll need it for your onboarding. Oh, and please don't consider suicide as a... Hi, Sharky Peko. Thank you for the cheer. We got a job. Yippee. Yippee, we're employed. Yippee, employment bonus. Hope you enjoy your game. Oh, yeah, I'm employed and they're tracking me with a microchip on my palm. It's great. Oh, and please don't consider suicide as a solution to prematurely terminate your employment. I'm well aware of your unfortunate mental health diagnosis, clinical depression, but I'd be ever so unhappy to see such a predictable scenario come to pass, especially since we'd just be wasting time replacing you with a doppelganger or otherwise. I recommend you try enjoying this if you can. Your moral crisis and panic attack should be like water running off the proverbial dock's back. As Abuya chuckles, the elevator door screeches open behind you. The open shaft greets you like the gaping maw of a deep-sea fish. You glance between the open door and your manager, wondering if it's really safe to leave. But by the time the behemoth gives you a cheeky wink, you're already making a run for it. Your fingers smash every single button of the keypad's confusing display, hoping some combination of keys will get you as far as possible. Alright, sleep well. My school oh my god, I have work tomorrow too. Okay, I'm just gonna end this chapter. Eventually, the grillage gate slams shut, the floor lunges upwards, and Mr. Burgard waves goodbye, speaking the most chilling words you've heard all day. See you tomorrow. Your microchip's alarm slows to a crawl as all your hopes and dreams die of a slow, whimpering death. Congratulations. You're hired. Chapter complete. Proceed to the next chapter, the nervous breakdown. All right, that's it. That's it for today. Let's go to this scene is funny. Let's keep this scene. This has been Inhuman Resources, which was more horror than I thought it would be. we're gonna raid out, and then tomorrow let's play Liveber. Liveber is a game where we are wait, no, tomorrow is still demo. So we have Up or Down, we have Good News, and we have Celestial Return. Up or Down is a game where we play as a elevator, like the person who presses the like elevator buttons, that's a job. Yeah, but you have to check if the people who are riding the elevator are infected or not. It's a demo. Good News is also a demo. It's a game where you are an editor for a newspaper, and I'm like, that just used to be my job. That's just my job. Was I good at it? It was my job. And then we have Celestial Return. I don't know how to explain Celestial Return. It feels very Disco Elysium, but with less of the walking around RPG parts and more of the dice and TTRPG parts. Anyway, that's our raid message. It's Mag and Darraid. Let's look for someone to raid so we can all have some well-deserved rest. We are not employed at Smyrna Corp, which scares me. Smyrna Corp scares me so much. What the fuck is wrong with Smyrna Corp? Let's find someone to raid. Hold on. Let's raid. Do you think they're still streaming? Let's check. Uh-huh. I don't know if they're already done with the game. Hold on. Let's find someone who's definitely still going to play for a while. You guys know anyone that you want to raid? Oh wait, now I know. I can search the hashtag. Search the hashtag. Let's search for someone who's also participating in the Choose Wisely festival. They're still streaming. We can go memeing. Hmm. Okay, you know what? I have no idea who they are, but let's raid Holograms. They are playing Heart of the Woods, which is also a game that's in this festival. Have I met them? Nah. We're gonna be brave. Once again, this is our raid message. Let's raid Holograms. Holograms. And I'll see you next time. Maya muli. Paalam. Bye. Where's my goodbye screen? There it is. There's my goodbye screen.